Hi. Hello, hello. Let's see, hello, hello, hoo, hoo, hoo. We are good, man. Good in the hood. Hello, hello. How we doing? How are you doing? Oh, yeah, I better put the hold on. There's two y'all here, man. Hello. Don't be scared. Don't be a little coward, man. No one's gonna bite. Now, if you want to come here and talk here on the panel tonight, you must comment in the commenter where we can see it. And not just one time, multiple times, at least 5 minutes there. You'll get to verify who you are. If you have a fake account, you will come here. This is gonna be a peaceful chat night, man. I want you to know how was your weekend and all of that stuff. How was all your weekend? What do y'all do? It's exactly almost 9 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock in the other area. It's 9:52, almost. You'll have to ask yourself. You gotta still answer the question early. The 80 y'all here. How do you guys why do you think it's okay to tech basically Ice Agent, Patriots, and then you're making a death threat? So Keith, how do you guys think that's okay? That's not okay. It's not okay. I mean, same thing what the Patriot did this weekend. That's not okay what he did. I don't I don't approve that kind of stuff behavior. You guys should be doing that kind of stuff. That's terrible, man. It is very, very terrible you guys are doing that kind of stuff. You guys really need to start waking up, man, and start spilling coffee. Yep, you guys need to start waking up because it doesn't really make any kind of sense of the behavior, everything you guys keep doing. So there's 80 y'all here, and you guys can't even hit the like button. Couldn't even talk in the chat there. The commenter that we all can hear you. What are you guys all scared about, man? I don't know. Come on, there, listeners. Come on here, talk to us. The other girl here, Shirley. But in the meantime, you guys can come and talk to me, man. So, if you want to come up there in the panel tonight, you must talk in the commenter for at least 5 minutes. And trust me, your time starts the minute you come in there. So if you change your name, and if your name doesn't match up, the same thing I see in my panel, then you don't come on there. But even if you've been here for 5 minutes, if it doesn't match, the same thing on YouTube, it doesn't go on. So you better think about everything you're gonna say, lifters. And you too, Karens. So what's going on, everybody? You haven't answered my question early. In case you don't remember, I actually do. So answer my question, kiddo, because I remember you from early. Okay. So why you think it's okay to assault patrons? And why you think it's okay to attack ICE agents and make death threats okay? Why do you think that's okay? You haven't answered that question, buddy. I mean, I see what you're saying there. Okay, and I appreciate that. Yes, but no one should no. There should be no violence on both sides, not just one side. You can't. You thing is, the way my channel is designed, the way that I do it, is that I have to practice what I preach. If I tell you guys something you guys we should be doing, if I do it, it's not there to you guys. For you guys, they're like, well, I'm doing it. It's not. We gotta keep the same thing. Everybody's holding the same responsibility here. I'm not gonna do things that's wrong. I'm just trying to bring attention to the American people. We all have to work together. Thing is, what your terrorist ever party are doing is exactly it's patrolling you guys, and it's exactly everything that you guys are really. If you guys really sit down and think about it, your terrorist ever party are trying to stop you guys from fighting for your freedom. They want to control y'all. It's pretty sad, man. They don't care about y'all. They keep doing more things than run you guys loose here. So it's not there. Oh, no, no, you're here for interview. Why not? I've asked you a question, buddy. That's how it works. You come my chat there, buddy. You have to answer my question. I'd like to know why. Why do you guys think it's okay to assault ICE agents, and why do you think it's okay to go make a death threat to somebody? To Keith and his team. Why do you guys think it's okay, kiddo? You're in my chat. They were having a conversation tonight. This is called open mic. And you came into the open mic. If you don't want to talk to me, buddy, all you gotta do is leave and don't come back here. No one's forced you to stay here. You came in your own because you missed me so much there, buddy. You missed me. And I'm telling you, if you decide you want to come to the panel tonight, it better match your YouTube name too, buddy. Because guess what? Everything you do, I got to see all that stuff before you guys come here. Doesn't match, you're not coming here. Very simple. And you must have a real account too. So if you just a start account, no, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about coming here. Don't waste your time. Go sit back downstairs in your basement. So you ain't come here with me. we're having an adult conversation here, buddy, and we're all being human here. I'm asking you a simple question. It's very simple, buddy. You can answer it, but clearly you can't because you don't know how to. Because you just don't know how to. You're lost. Okay, let's start. You go have a good night and go make another fake channel. Like, all right, bye bye. Enjoy. Bye bye. This guy doesn't want to be here tonight, man. He wants to go home. He wants to go home. He wants to go home, home, home. Back to the little basement. Hey, help me out there, buddy. Levio here. No else talking tonight, man. What's going on? I gotta wait for the patrons to get here. Man, looks like it's gonna be a quiet night, and the electors don't want to talk right now to me. I was hoping to have a conversation with these two, man. They really are scared. Scary little cowards. Oh, I'm gonna leave. Okay. And leave. Go back and cry to your fucking mama, buddy. Man, it's a very quiet night. Hey, how's your weather this weekend, Lifters? Lifters. How is the weather? There's seven y'all here, and you don't hit the like button. Don't want to come talk to me. You don't want to do nothing, man. What is going on? I thought you guys were so badass. No, he isn't that badass. Cowards. You think your mind is, but you're really just bunch of cowards. And they don't want to talk tonight. Oh, cowards. It's 10:06. Hopefully the other patrons come tonight talk to me because Lifters don't want to talk tonight. Lifters don't want to talk. Hey, what's up? Carrie, hit the link. Click on the link. Come over here and talk to us up here. Lifters don't want to talk to me, so I need someone to talk to. All right, we got Carrie. What's that, Carrie? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh,
What's up?
Derry. Oh, Derry's following me.
Yeah, I'm glad you came because don't want let the Lifters don't want to talk tonight.
They don't want to talk. Can't
Nah,
be.
I was hoping to have a adult conversation with them because I'm trying to understand is why the question is why do they think it's okay to attack ICE agents and why do they think it's okay to attack our patrons and why do they think it's okay to make death threats to O'Keefe? They made a death threat to O'Keefe now. And on top of it, like I said, I hold people all responsible, even the people on my side. What they did this weekend is not okay. It's not patriotic. And what they're doing is not okay either. But they can't answer the question, why do you think it's okay? So good.
I don't know.
Yeah, and later.
I can't figure that out. I mean, it's beyond me. It's just their mentality. They're low in
Yeah.
mental esteem.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but like me, I'm really confused why people are so, I mean, going after ICE for what reason? And going after Patriots, what do they think they're accomplishing? Nothing.
What?
They're looking
Yeah.
really stupid there, and they
Why are
keep
they so hateful?
yeah. And the
Why?
thing is, they need to have gotten like there's a lot, and then you think about it, more of them keep dying because of the things they keep doing, and
Yeah.
they get all upset at ICE for
Yeah.
what ICE is doing because ICE is protecting you and protecting yourself.
Now there's a really smart cookie on TV.
Oh yeah,
He's got a whole big drum set out there in the middle of the
yeah,
protest. That
yeah.
anything can happen. I mean, it's got to be at least 3 grand of drums.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
And then you had one that who
Right there, right
oh,
by the cop line. Right by the cop
yeah,
line.
yeah. Did you hear about Kerry how one of them actually bit the ice finger
Yeah,
too off? Yeah, come
yeah,
on, what is going on here?
man.
All this violence needs to stop.
I mean,
Right.
that's animal. That's animal
Yeah,
behavior.
this
That's not even close to human.
no, it's not. This violence needs to stop. That line, it needs to stop.
Right. And you missed it last night. We were reading the manual, for Antifa. Well,
Oh
not
yeah,
but for Signal, Signal, the group
Yeah.
is, you know,
Yeah.
we
Over
have,
on the were you mod it?
huh?
Were you mod it at the channel?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was on the panel.
Are you in the panel there?
Oh no, not now. It was last night.
I think last night he does panels there too.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
still like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Man, now that's good.
Yeah, we had a good discussion.
That's good. I
Even with all the trolls, we were getting
yeah
getting good input, from everybody.
yeah.
It's just some trolls don't know how to behave themselves, keep
No,
it
they
clean.
don't.
Some do,
Yeah,
they'll disagree with you, but they will carry on a conversation. We're
and in life, I can't tell. We all can disagree. We just gotta be peaceful. You know, never.
right.
No one can always have to agree with everybody here.
Because I have no ill feelings,
Yeah,
except for when they go too far. It
yeah.
when we start talking about trying to hurt people's
Feelings
heart feelings, yeah, you gone too far.
or
That,
attacking other people's families and stuff like that is wrong.
that's on the line of biting a finger off.
Yeah,
You might as well bite a finger off, you
yeah.
know. But I care about everybody. I'm fighting for their rights, as much as I am mine because I feel that everybody has the right to do what they want in their own private private
Yep.
way. I do my stuff in private.
Yeah.
I don't go out
But
and say, hey, I dunked my wife tonight. I,
yeah, but they
if they
don't really
go
comprehend that kind of stuff.
if they go out and I had my time with my boyfriend, man on man, girl on girl, and push it on us, push it on our kids. That's where it's wrong. Leave our kids alone.
That's
Don't
right.
push it. Don't make it part of our politics. That should have nothing to do with politics. They have the freedom to do what they want. Let us alone.
Yeah.
Let us alone.
Yes. Hey,
Don't don't
they,
try to
they
make
they
don't
they need to learn to leave us alone, and they need to learn to do the proper research and get the facts before they say things. Because the problem is they like to start rumors and start lies. They don't do nothing. So, and right now they just want attention. So if you want attention, everybody, want you to answer my question: why do you guys think it's okay to attack patriots and ICE agents, and why do you think it's okay to make death threats to people? Why? Okay, why do you think it's okay, buddy? I mean, you're cutting my cheddar. You want me to answer your question? Answer me, buddy, because first of all, you don't know my last name. You don't know nothing about me. You think you do, buddy. You can't. Go ahead. They'll carry. You
well
know what? Go ahead, Carrie. You talk to us, man, because this guy, he's wanting attention tonight.
yeah well they can't get up and tell us step by step what happened.
Yeah.
And they can't tell us step by step what happened.
Mm-hmm.
In their opinion,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that in my opinion.
Yep.
I can go step by step through the whole thing and tell them what I think, but it would be wrong. They might be right, because there was a couple things I said I thought at the beginning, and
Mm-hmm.
I had to double think it, and whoa, I was wrong,
Yeah.
because I thought the guy that walked in and took the weapon, I thought he was not marked in any way, ICE or police, or he just had a brown jacket on, and I thought he was somebody just coming in knew he had a weapon, was retrieving it.
Yeah.
But turns out he was an agent, and he
Yeah.
disarmed him.
Yeah.
And it went off. The 6 hour is known for that discharge.
Yeah.
And it went off.
Yeah.
Surprised somebody get hurt from that.
Yeah.
I'm
You
surprised the
know.
bystander didn't get hit. But he was carrying it in a way that it went to the ground. He was carrying it properly. You know,
Yeah. And did you hear about that lady who FAFO on the she went and she picked up a tear gas. You see that one?
I don't. I Don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, yeah, she picked up ice. Hey, she picked up a tear gas machine, tank thing that
Yeah,
was on the ground. She picked up. Yeah, she learned. She gonna learn, man. These people don't. These are gonna learn the hard way. It looks like.
she picked it up.
Yeah, she picked a live one. A live one.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, how dumb is that? She really a
they're hot.
live that
They're
like
hot.
not a dead one, a live one.
Yeah, they're hot.
I don't know what she's thinking there, buddy. I don't know.
She's gonna throw it back at them.
No, she thought she could hold it. Maybe she thought it was a bubba.
Why do you? Why do? You,
Maybe she
why?
thought the ice was throwing a bottle at her for a drink.
Wait a minute. Why do you think it's okay to call the police on Patriots having 1 year anniversary party? Huh?
And why do you think that you can't answer my question, kiddo? See, the thing is, you want people to acknowledge you. Okay, you don't know what happened on Saturday, so maybe answer my question. Going forward, we're not going to read your chat until we answer a question. Thank you. Sit back and watch. Go
Oh,
ahead, Jared.
that was about Saturday. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
I,
because he wants to be nosy. He don't, they just want to be nosy. He has no clue what happened. They're
well,
fishing. They're fishing for information on us.
well, Donut. If you didn't video it and don't have proof of anything, don't say it.
Yep.
I mean, bet your information. If it's true, video it. Show the proof. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
That's what That's what I live by. I don't go out and just spout. You know, meaningless things out. I look at it. I vet it. I you know tr- try to make sure it's true. Some things you can't make. You can't do 100%. But we
Yeah.
try to bring everybody the absolute truth. And
Yeah.
if we're wrong and you can prove it, just like I told the lady last night, she was talking
Mm,
about ice stopping people on the interstate, having a blockade, a
yeah.
checkpoint on the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do that all the time in Florida. We have our checkpoints, and they don't pull over everybody. Sometimes they pull over every car. It's just up to how they want to operate it. We have DUI checkpoints. We have license checkpoints, and some they
Yeah.
stop, some they don't. So, like I said, some they stop all of them. It's just a luck of the draw. Um, it's not because they are looking for something. They're either looking
Mm,
for a drunk, they're looking for an illegal. They might have had a tip that this. Yeah, they got a lot of these trucks that carry these immigrants. They might have had a tip that there was one coming through. Who knows? They
you
don't.
never.
They don't.
You just never
They
know these
don't.
days.
Yeah, they don't just helter skelter go out and roam the city looking for. They have targets that they have already set up, and these stupid people get in the way. They get behind them, honk their horns, blow their whistles. Cause
Mm-hmm.
cause attention. They leave them alone, let them do their job. They'd be out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was so dumb to hear that lady who was holding. She up there grab it after the ice early on. She went to pick up the ice, freaking tear gas. She picked it up, basically bare hand. How dumb are you? You're asking for trouble. You deserve anything to happen. I just don't understand this stuff. How people think, what you really think picking up basically a tear gas can is not gonna hurt you. That's gonna burn you.
Hmm.
I mean, you're
If,
dumb.
if they would think about it, how it looks. It's just like this girl running down in their pink.
Yeah.
Um, it's silly. Oh, they're hauling somebody up handcuffs, gas
Yeah.
mask on. I'm watching BG in case everybody's wondering on my TV.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I ain't doing much here. Just trying to If you understand, we all have to practice what we preach. We cannot be violent, and being violent is not okay. And exactly what the other Mike did. The other claimed to be patriots, and he's willing to admit he's not a patriot because he showed his true side. You don't be violent. No one has to be violent.
Yeah.
So,
And this idea of, it's on video, it's, 100% foolproof. Well, look at all the different ideas and definitions of the videos that's been going on lately.
mm-hmm.
How many hundreds of different ways people are looking at them.
Yep.
It's like, what, you know, I try to see it the way they see it. I just can't, I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't get it,
Now,
you
I,
know,
that's what I'm trying to understand is, well, why people don't do their proper research. Like I tell my time is that if I say something, we are not supposed to we're not supposed to be violent. We can't do that because if we say we shouldn't do that, then I can't say to you as the other side don't do it either. We both
right.
have to hold each other responsible for our own actions, and
Yeah.
that kind of behavior was not appropriate. Mike knows it. He's gonna realize it when he lays down every night when he probably prays the Lord. He's gonna realize that what he did was totally wrong and that was not the way you act. That is not how a patriots act. You look like a damn libtard. You look at one of these damn trolls. That's exactly what you act like. Because when we say that how these trolls act, he acts just like it this weekend.
And
Bottom line.
actually, that should be between you and Mike and whoever, not, unless Donut his Mike, I don't know, it should be
Yeah.
between you and the people, whatever happened involved,
Yeah.
nobody
It's
else,
all.
nobody else. It's like
Oh.
I'm taking everything here with a grain of salt because I wasn't
Yeah.
there. I don't know what happened. I ain't seen a video. All I hear is somebody running their mouth.
Yeah.
It's just idle talk to me. And I'm 1,200 miles away. So
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let it bother me.
Oh, I know. That's
So
the thing is they want to see us get mad, angry, upset, but it's not going to. We're
yeah.
going to continue being patriotic, and I'm still going to support Trump. He's still our daddy and our president, and I'm not going to quit here.
And
That's
we
it.
had to some way come together and get this stuff. You know, hopefully they realize that ICE is really there to help them, help their community.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are taking these illegals are taking billions of dollars of resources. You know that we shouldn't have to be paying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't care. Good is good, and it's nice to give, but we're over giving. We're giving where we shouldn't need to be given, and we're forgetting our own people. We're forgetting our own people, our own population. They talk about people dying, their seniors dying every day from
Yeah.
malnutrition and
Yeah.
not enough money to survive on. But yet they're giving the illegals three times the amount, almost three times the amount the highest Social Security recipient
Mm-hmm.
gets. And they pay for it all their lives. We pay FICA out of our paycheck every week.
Mm-hmm.
We pay for that. I mean, it's not an entitlement. We're owed it, and
Yep.
we're owed more than they're paying. They're paying us less than 1% of what they took in.
The thing is, these libtards need to ask themselves, why do they think it's okay to let your Democrats screw you over and bend you over and give you exactly no lubrication? They're
Right.
screwing you over. And that is the problem that I have here. Okay? Me being an orphan, me being homeless, guess what? Ooh, he's homeless. But guess what? I know the fucking truth, what's going on in the American people. See, the thing is, you guys don't understand that why I care about everything and why I gotta care about you guys. You guys don't understand that because you guys have been brainwashed. You like being screwed over. You like being bent over and being ringed up your asshole by the damn Democrat Party. You don't mind it. That's what I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
what happens is people live their life day by day, and they don't think of the future. They don't think beyond their nose. You know what's going to happen. You know they don't think about the retirement because you don't think about the retirement until the day you retire.
Yeah.
Most people, you know, they
Yeah,
don't think.
the thing
They
is,
don't think.
a lot of okay, Carrie, for example, guys, you guys want to sit and bitch about Carrie, bitch about her. Guess what? People that basically work for a living and they have the right to file for a disability or whatever the fuck is to file retirement. Okay, that's on them. You guys need to stop fucking focus on Carrie, everybody else, Jericho, and everybody else. Why don't you guys focus on yourself? Look in the mirror and ask yourself, why
What
do you
am I?
guys think it's okay to go attack ICE agents, and why do you think it's okay to go attack teachers, and why do you think it's okay to make death threats? I want you to answer that question. Stop trying to carry this. You know what? If Carrie wants to tell you something, tell you things else, Carrie can tell you all. I don't mind it because I think you guys need a real conversation, like adult conversation, not treat like a damn 2 years old. Because if you want 2 year conversation, go back downstairs with your mommy and daddy. Here, we're having a adult conversation. Yeah, Karen.
They need to look at the big picture and say, is this going to benefit
Mhm.
me? Is this going to help me in my retirement? Is it going
Yeah,
to be the same way when I get older? You know, think about the future, not the present. You know,
I know.
what is this going to do for my grandkids? You know, my great
They don't
grandkids.
know. They don't know.
I have great grandkids now. You know,
Yeah.
what is this going to bring to them?
Hey, you
Yeah.
know what, you guys? I know many
Do
times I
they?
see you guys
Do
here,
they?
and you guys always constantly talking nasty words and talking about carriers, people,
Yeah.
and just in general, all the patriots who have died. You think it's all jokey, funny, but how would you feel if we all turn on you all and start and they talk about people that died in your family? What if we tell them who died? You guys wouldn't like that. You guys would cry like a little bitch. But guess what? We won't do that because that's how we're not like you guys.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Do they want their kids to grow up in a military style uh, dictatorship, or do they want it? You know, no law and order, which is going on right now. It's pure anarchy. You know, they're up against the police. Their authority is supposed to be protecting them, not pushing them back. You know, uh, is that the kind? Is this the kind of world you want to live in? I don't. I don't want my
No.
kids, grandkids, great grandkids any farther. You know, more than that. I don't want them. I don't want them to have to live like this. And these people could settle down. You're worried about one day. You're worried about one day in your whole life. You know, this is the day of your life. It's gonna make your whole life. Uh, you're not getting it. You're not listening.
No, he's not. He's not listening. He's too worried about everything else because he's only get a job. He's gonna finally get a job with everything else. He doesn't know. He can't focus.
Maybe Sean will learn a lesson from this. Maybe he'll take it to heart, you know, and learn something from it and change. Who knows? He's not. He's not.
I really hope
He's
they
not.
do. I hope.
He's not going to change with you throwing insults.
Yeah,
You know,
I really hope that he does learn.
yeah, adding pain to insult. You know, you don't get it that way. You know, you say, hey, Sean, I think you were wrong. You know,
Mhm.
Sean, I think you were wrong. Maybe you should have done it this way. But no, you say, you know, oh, yeah, whatever you're saying, screaming like a libtard. Well,
Well,
you know,
like I said,
re,
you guys are a bunch of litard.
yeah,
But
rephrase it, you know. And Sean, you should cut back on the libtard too, you know. Really.
what? They are litard. Litard and Karens.
Well, I know, but you know, treat them with kindness.
Oh, I treat them kind of when they act like adults. Right now, the way when they act like a litard, I will treat them like a litard all day.
Yeah. I'm just talking in general now, you know, I'm not
I
talking
will when they learn how to act like an adult, we go from there.
'cause,
First of all, like I said, I am not in wrong, and I will not apologize to no one. Clearly, Mike is in wrong 100%. So, when you guys learn to do your proper research, you have Mike be a fucking man and apologize to me and apologize to the American people. Because clearly, he did it.
Yeah, but
Okay?
whoa. Now wait a minute. You're doing the
Yeah.
same thing they are, Sean. That's the problem. We got to come together. We got to realize that both of us are slinging back and forth. We've got to we've got to show the love. I mean, I'm not saying you know stop it altogether because there's some people need to be called names, but we've got to we've got to play our part too.
Well, we are playing our part. When
And
I'm gonna call him on his stuff there. If I'm not apologizing to Mike, I'm not apologizing to the Patriots. You go tell Mike to do it. Mike assaulted me. Okay, I did nothing wrong. The good thing is he's a liptard, and that's what he's gonna be. And bottom line, if he doesn't like it, there's a door. Don't let the door hit you as you walk out.
well, here's the thing: you got to agree to disagree.
And I definitely have the right to say what I have to say. He can
There's
do his research.
there's diplomacy, and then there's a time to bear arms. You know, right now is the diplomatic time. Be diplomatic, be caring. You know, it's just like this stupid stuff. The Constitution says peaceful assembly, assembly, not protest. Not a word says protest in the Constitution. Well, they're not. They're
So,
not. It's not. It's not a peaceful assembly because they're fighting each other.
So my question for you in the chat: why don't you go and tell Mike to take responsibility for his action and apologize to the group? Okay, you do that. Okay, when Mike has the balls to apologize to the community for what he did was wrong, and apologize to me for what he did because he insulted me, and he can apologize to my chat because you know what? I have no respect for anybody in that group there. Bottom line. And you can play your little game with anybody else, but guess what? You're not gonna play with me, kiddo.
That's something, Sean. That's something you need to. That's something you need to take up between you and Mike. Not.
No, Mike. No, Mike made it. Mike.
Oh,
Mike has attacked our group. Mike's been in my chat, attacking my pages there. So no, he is, and it's just for everybody now. I have all proof of documentation. Been doing my chat for a long time.
they're trying to tear up this hotel building, and the police are arresting.
Well, first of all, let's make it clear. Okay, number one, like I said before, I know you were in my chat before, buddy. Okay, very clear. I know who you are too. Okay, you know for a damn fact. I clearly, Mike. I know your bike there. You know for clearly for a fact that I walked in there peacefully and I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, you basically started attacking me right away. I did nothing wrong. Shane, second when I walked back in the second time, because I walk out the first time after the way you're acting, came back in there, kiddo. You asked me to explain. And then, of course, Shane said, yeah, because of Captain Mike here, he keeps going around telling the Patriots lies. That supposedly, I was making $90. Okay? And this is the one he's talking about. Okay, I'd like you to please explain to me, what is the definition of traveling funds? What is it, Kerry?
What is the what?
What is the definition of traveling fund?
Traveling fund.
Traveling funds.
Traveling
Read what it
fund.
says. Yeah,
I,
traveling funds.
I guess it's travel.
Traveling, yes. So does that mean okay?
Expensive.
Now, because according to Mike here, Mike was going around telling everybody that I was making a profit. Now, is traveling fund a profit or no?
Well, it depends on if you spend it all for traveling or whatever. Uh,
Okay, but if you put it on there for traveling fund, you're paying for traveling.
Right.
Y-
Yeah. You spend
Okay,
what you
and
spend what you need.
okay, now it takes gas, right? It takes gas to get to somewhere location, right? And does it take work? Does it put wear into your vehicle?
Well,
That's
yeah.
hard. That's hard traveling. That is a proper look at definition of traveling. Wear and tear of your vehicle costs money too. And Gary, how much is 2 dozen donuts cost at Dunkin'?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, it costs a lot of money. Not
I
cheap.
know. Yeah. It's yeah.
So I bought 2 dozen donuts there too.
Oh.
Because that was part of the thing is when we go there we had to bring something. I did. And basically it came down to when when Shane had basically, because he would go around saying, telling American, basically, because Mike was going around telling everybody that I was making a profit here. So Shane started attacking me and say, "Oh, you can't lie, sir." So I asked Shane. Shane gave me permission to take pictures. I believe if we go back and look at everything, I took pictures. I didn't live stream. Till Mikey decided instead of actually having an adult conversation like normal people do, that say, hey, what's going on? Let's see what you got on your phone. Let me take a look at it. See, make sure you're not live stream. Very simple. But no, he basically physically attacked me and tried to rip my phone in my hand. That is assault, and that's what happened. So Mike attacked me. So instead of an adult conversation, Mike decided to be Mr. Big Bully here and take over, try to grab my phone in my hand. So I would, and if I really want to, because technically he tasked me, I could have been violent. But you know what? I think I made it very clear to you guys that
Well,
we all have to be peaceful. No one can be
well,
violent here.
you know, you, you, this is going several different directions. It goes back to the old. When people donate, they donate for you. Not they should donate for you whatever you see need for. And
Mm-hmm.
other people expect you to. Well, this has got to go to this, that, and the other. People think that they should not donate. You know, if
Yep. Well,
they think you should spend it on one thing, just keep your money. That's what I tell them. If you expect me to hold it down to my expenses, I might need a new microphone or I might need a new computer.
you got me. You
Like,
when you ask for
whoa, whoa, whoa,
donations.
whoa, whoa, Sean, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Okay.
It's like paying child support. You can't
Yep.
go. You can't go to a court and say, I'm paying child support. I expect this to go to close and this to go to this particular thing and that particular thing. That judge will look at you and laugh. Say your wife or whoever's taking, or vice versa. Whoever's getting the child support has to take
Yeah.
care of this person. They have to pay all the bills. They have to do all the upkeep and everything. You can't dictate what you want it for. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
cannot dictate it. The same goes for donations. You cannot. He has other things in the whole pot that everything has to go this way, that way, everywhere, and it's up to their discretion how they use it. And if you don't agree with that, do not give. These people
Now,
don't grift. I mean, most of them. Some do. Some I can name a bunch of grift. They actually go out there. You know,
mhm.
but
And they
if
grit.
you use if you use it for the cause, it's not grifting. Grifting's when you con somebody. You con them out of their money. That's a grift. And there's
All
people out
right.
there. They want their drugs. They want this, and people give them money for their drugs. I mean, that's the highest form of grifting. Well, I'm gonna put it to the cause, but then they buy smokes and drinks and everything else. It's
Anytime, anytime. Okay.
it's been given a bad name, and people need to stay out of it. They need to stay out of quick question. I don't ask every live streamer what do you do with the money they're getting. There's people making hand over fist. It's not
Now,
it's not my place to demand a write up. Excuse me, a write up of everything they spend. If I don't want to give it to them, I'm not going to give it to them. And
the
apparently
thing.
you got donated to, and They got
No, the
busted.
thing, no, the thing is, what they don't understand is, number one, anytime I do ask for donations, when I say that I'm going to get a donation, I need a donation for this, or I use it for that situation. But guess what? No one donated money to me. So guess what? I use my own damn money. So you know what? They all could stick it where it doesn't shine because I use my own money, like I always do, because I'm patriotic. I don't stop. But I clearly, if you now, Carrie, I guarantee you should remember this conversation. Do you remember exactly in a chat on Friday? Just past Friday. Do you remember exactly where Cherubel said, "Do not tell me what to do"? Remember that?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that read that comment right there if you could see it. That's from the guy who told no one to donate any money, and that's
yeah,
Mike. Mike
right.
said that
Yeah.
right there, right in the screen. He told everybody, "Do not donate money to me," and he said, I'm a loser." Do you call that a patriotic when somebody calls you names?
That
No,
don't sound very patriotic to me. But
no.
these people stop.
Yeah, and when the thing is, just like if Kerry said that he's a patriotic and he's a Trump supporter, the whole nine. But if Kerry did something wrong, I will call Kerry. I'll call even Jericho. I'll call anybody who said they are. Bottom line is, when we say we're something and we say that we're not to do this, or we have to hold each other responsible for our own actions. And clearly, what Mike did was not a very appropriate thing to do. He did
No,
what he did was totally wrong, and
it,
he needs to own up to his mistake, and he needs to apologize because there's many things that Mikey has said to me, and I clearly have been very nicely to him. He's calling me mental retardation, all these things. I heard a lot of words from this guy for years, but you know what? I don't let him get to me, guys. Clearly, I continue fighting for the American, for the people called we the people, even for the libtards, right still. Because clearly I see what's going on. It's not there what they're doing to you guys, and that's why I get really mad at what they're doing. And it seems like you guys don't see that issue.
yeah. Well, maybe son, maybe you ought to have a maybe you should have one of the broadcasts. You know, let people know why you talk the way you do and how what happened. Stuff like that. And let them know that
It's
you're not no blooming idiot.
the thing is, it's really none of
I
people's
mean,
business exactly.
it's none of their business. You can go. You could. You know. I don't know.
It's really none of people's business exactly what I am. I'm not mental retardation. I
Right.
have common sense. I very much have a lot of common sense. I know what's going on in life. And just because I'm homeless, guess what? I mean, am I proud to be homeless? No. But you know what? I came homeless because when Joe Biden's office, okay? But I'm out here fighting for the American people. And because of the fact that I'm too, every time I keep going there, spending out money and paying for everything because people don't want to donate, okay? I could sit around and give up, but guess what? That's what you guys want me to do. You guys want me to quit, and I'm not going to. I see a lot of things that good could happen to our country if we all got off our hind ass. But the problem is American people are too lazy and too brainwashed, or they sit around and they don't want to really look the truth there. And that's what what irritates me to see how you guys don't other side don't see how your terrorist Democrat party are screwing you all over and taking advantage of you guys. You have a young, basically young man here who has seen what they're doing, and I don't like what's happening. But clearly, I've been trying to show you guys for many years, and you guys don't want to wake up. And you guys clearly are okay to listen to nonsense stories, and I know what you guys like to do. You guys like to come here and you like to fish for information. You want people to tell you guys everything here, but clearly, what you need to do is wake up and start spelling coffee before it's too late. Because when it's too late, your country's going to be gone. That's what people don't understand. Even to the pages, your country will be gone. And then he'll say, no, it will be. All your freedom will be gone, everybody. That's to include you too, listeners. Yes, your freedom will be gone. You have nothing left. You want to go live in New York? Trust me, go live in New York. You're gonna be like that. It's gonna get worse. It's happening. Yeah, I mean, you heard it from other people say other countries. Things are you guys gonna lose your freedom, but you guys don't want to wake up.
Yeah, the people who've been through it, they're trying to let us know, but we're not listening. It, you
Yeah,
know, everybody puts out their opinion in different ways. You know, they have different styles and stuff. And you know, if you don't like the way the person's putting out their style, don't listen to them. You know, just you know, if you don't like me, don't listen. If
mm,
you don't like Sean, don't listen. Don't harass him about it. Just stay out of it. You know,
good.
you
Clearly,
don't
these people.
you're not chain linked to this podcast. You're not chain linked to me. You know,
Then
if you don't like what they're saying,
leave.
you have the right to say it, but you don't have the right to downgrade and make fun of us and you know try to hurt our feelings. You know, you don't have that right. The Constitution don't. That's for the government. That's for the government. It's not for social media and my house and you know my private space is my private space. My rules said you know Constitution goes out the door.
And
But
maybe if you
if I'm out in the public, I go by the Constitution.
and maybe this guy needs help how to spell. Car is CAR, okay? And number two, no one basically gave me a free car, okay? I do my work, but in case you don't understand that, if you're jealous 'cause I have a car,
You don't have to explain how you got your stuff.
yeah, but these people are jealous of everything I have in life. You know, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. Actually, I got up there and do my stuff.
yeah, let them rant. Let them rant. That's your
Yeah,
business, you know.
yeah.
How you know how you get it? That's your business. It's none of their doggone business. Period. So
And
you
the thing
know,
is, yeah, and
if you
I just want to make sure no one, and I don't expect that no one do anything for me. But the thing is to understand, in life, if you want me to cover an event, it takes money, money to travel and to cover the event. Nothing is free in life. The event this Saturday, I asked for traveling fund. It's very clearly in English. It's nothing hard to understand. A 2 year old's gonna understand that. But if you don't understand it, I'm very capable of sit down with you. We can both have adult conversation, but you can't do it. You guys have to be violent.
yeah, I don't know what happened. You know, and really, it doesn't matter. You know,
Yeah.
he went in good faith to show what these people had going on. Apparently, they didn't appreciate it. You know, so that's their loss. You know, if they don't want the public to see it, they don't want other patriots to see it. That's their business. You know,
Hmm.
it's not Sean's. It's not Sean's place. If he went in all intentions of showing people, you know what it was all about. If they didn't want him to do it, that's their privilege. You know,
You have a
but to
yeah,
blast him for trying, you know, is ludicrous.
and you have really no
You know,
clue
from what
of
I
how
know about
far I live, buddy. You think you guys know? See, whoever is telling you where you think you know, you have no clue where I live at. But you know what? I'm not going to tell you where I live at because that's what you want. And whoever's telling you, they can go and kiss my ass too because clearly
so
they have no clue.
where are they getting this $90?
Because the thing, this is where they got the $90 from, right here, right here. Because right here, Saturday, $90 help tours traveling fund. Because of the fact that I had that link on Friday doing a panel, people here
Yeah,
are basically bitch about $90 because they think it's making a profit. And that $90, I'm not making a fucking profit, people. Understand, I am taking the money and buying gas. It's gas, wear and tear. Wear and tear. It costs money. It nothing like the three. I know that you guys live off of freebies, but I guess it doesn't work that way for me. If you want me to live free, then you come here and you take care of my car. You fix my car. You pay for brakes. You pay for everything else. Get that car. You know that's what I want you guys to start doing.
yeah.
If you want to go
You pay $30 for gas. You know, probably more
and
than
Dunkin' Donuts, do you know for a dozen Dunkin' Donuts it's basically almost $18. $18 on one dozen.
and you're gonna have to eat a couple times. You know,
I don't know because when you get there, they get through there for us, but still, it still costs money to go there. I mean, it takes money to go back. I don't live 50 miles away. I live longer than that, buddy. But I'm not going to give you exactly how far I lived so you could go and try to stalk me more. You
Well,
guys
see,
already been doing it for a long time.
liberals want $15 an hour, so you're spending about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours. 8 to 10 hours at whoa, you were way over. You were way. Whoa, you were cheap
Yeah, I mean,
for your
you
time.
know,
Yeah, for your
you know,
time.
that's
Yeah,
what, guys. I'm
yeah,
going. I'm live stream right now, and I'm live streaming. So guess what? My time. What's our time? $15. Actually, no. Most of right now, Illinois has up to $22 an hour. So I want $22 an hour, guys. We live stream for 2 hours now. So let's go.
don't say that, Sean. Don't say that.
You know,
No, no, really, really. In all reality, even if it's $10 an hour, that's $100 right there. You
yeah,
know,
because
they'll,
right now,
they'll,
Illinois wants $22 an hour.
they'll go and they'll spend $100 a month on cable,
You
but
know,
they won't give you $10 for what time they're wasting of yours being on here harassing you.
yeah.
You know, you're paying for they're paying. They're not. They're, yeah, you're trying to entertain them for nothing.
Why do you? Okay, let's ask a question. Do you think it's okay to leave done to somebody who basically doesn't want me there now? They basically assaulting. Do you think it's okay to do that? Do you think, in your mind, would you, if somebody assaults you, do you think it's okay to leave the donuts there?
Did
Answer
you
the
take
question.
did you take the donuts donut gate? Uh-oh, he must have taken the donuts.
Yes, because a lot of you guys, I know you're basically that you guys were there, and yes, you guys took a lot of my donuts there out of the box there. Yes, I took my donuts home because number one, you guys basically assaulted me. You assaulted me and you pushed me out the door, and you tell me you guys didn't want me back here anymore. So what do you guys think I'm gonna do? Oh my goodness, hand you free donuts? Let me just hand you free donuts there and let you just assault me? Oh no, I
I
know
would,
you
I
guys think
would,
I'm
I,
really
I,
stupid.
I would take my marbles and go home.
This I would take everything home. That's what I did. They sold donuts on
They
the
don't
box
want
there
they
too.
don't want stuff either. They want my stuff, but they don't want me. Yeah. Oh, come on, come on, come on. We're playing childish games.
I know stuff will get old.
It is old. This is old. Get off of it.
I know that's what they want. They only talk about it all night. I don't got time for it.
Yeah. No, no, just forget it and go on.
Yeah. So we,
Speaking,
like I
speaking of
said,
speaking
we
of which,
need we
speaking of which,
we need to get
I,
what sugar.
I will be back in a couple minutes.
All right.
Okay, you carry on.
We all need to focus on what's going on in our country. I would like to know exactly why do you all think it's okay to assault haters? Why do you guys think it's okay to assault ICE agents? And why do you guys think it's okay to make death threats to O'Keefe and his team? Why do you guys think that's okay? Let's get back to that question there, because I believe I asked you guys early, and you guys couldn't respond, and now we're back at it again. Well, it's a question, everybody. Answer the question. Why do you all think it's okay to attack ICE agents and pagers and make death threats to O'Keefe and his team? Why do you guys think that's okay? And if you think it's not okay, then what are you gonna do about it? How do you make sure these people stop doing it? Because clearly you have not. You keep doing it. So answer the question, buddy. And after the answer that question, we'll get that one done. I got more questions for y'all. Come on, answer the question, everybody. See, now the thing is, when I am not responding to your bullshit, you don't want to talk no more. See? See, the thing is, you want everybody to focus on you all night, on your bullshit. But it's not gonna happen here. You can pretend to be somebody else. It ain't gonna work, everybody. Or he, she. The J6ers did do nothing. Number two, answer my damn question, okay? You're not answering my question. I'm not going to answer you guys anymore. Answer my question, or you can leave, okay? Very simple. So, you can sit there and talk to your little bitch boy back there, okay? Because I'm not going to respond to you guys anymore. I'm not going to answer your question. I'm going to ignore you all until you answer my question. Thank you. You all consider and wait for Carrie to get back here, and then we'll go. See what Carrie's got to say. Because we're not going to answer. We're not going to even respond to your bullshit no more unless you answer my question. And my question is very simple. It is a very simple question. Lifters, yeah, lifters. What's that? Oh, they're coming for you, lifters. You better hide. Better hide. I am not going to read your chat there, buddy. You gotta learn to answer my question.
It got too quiet.
And I got very quiet, right?
Yeah.
We're listening to some rock music, man. Because the libtards won't say nothing. They just want us to answer their questions. I asked their questions many times all day, and they've been winning us. So we got the rock music going in the background.
Hey, Judy, how you doing? Good to have you. Yeah, they deserved all. They deserved a lot more respect than they got. Everything goes to these anti-government protesters. That's the shame of it.
The whole thing with the Jace.
We all showed. Everybody showed up. That showed up. Went to find out what happened to our election. Uh, well, we didn't get no answers. We just got kiss my butt. You're going to jail. No answers. Just push it through. Courts couldn't because of a loophole. They could not. They could not judge on it. So it was pushed through. Come hell, come high water. The laws are different in D.C., so they could do whatever they wanted because it's not the U.S. of A. It's its own district. It's its own government, so they could do whatever. That's what people don't realize. That, Washington D.C. is District of Columbia. It's its own country, like the Vatican, and their rules applied, not our Constitution. So that's why they can hold them 4 years without having any say. No judgment, no charges, just hold them. Political prisoners. Yeah, there was some bad guys. There was a lot of bad guys in that group. There was a lot of bad people in that group. I'll give them that. But the majority were good, honest Americans that went to see what happened. Why did they go to bed on election day with President Trump leading by a long way at 3 o'clock in the morning when his polls were supposed to be totally closed? Biden jumps into the lead by double. How
You
did
guys
that?
gotta ask yourself a question. Why your terrorist Democrat Party are okay with having the January 6th election stolen? And two, you guys had a lot of basic former FBI's in the field wearing Trump stuff. You pretend to be Trump supporters and you weren't.
Yeah,
So the whole January 6th was a setup. What's up?
there were videos of a box truck with people dressed in black going and getting Trump shirts, Trump hats, poles, pipes,
Yep.
pipes, stuff. For you know, who knows? Nefarious reasons, probably, but they all changed clothes. They all went into the crowd. It was a plan. It was a plan. That was the plan all along. Really. But we had a lot of people. They geofenced. They knew everyone. They could ping every cell phone. They could do it now. Why aren't they doing it now?
Mm-hmm.
They pinged everybody into a trap, and they arrested everybody. In that trap. They didn't
And
charge.
all.
Many of them
Mhm.
didn't get charged. The whole time they sit there. They wouldn't. That's why I grew my hair long, my beard long. The protest, the hygiene that they would not let these people go. They wouldn't let them shave. They wouldn't let them cut their hair. They wouldn't let them cut their fingernails. And they had to go into court like that. Just think. It was totally wrong all the way through. All the way through. And
And I.
there were some bad guys pardoned, and that's shame on them. They have to live with that. They know, they know they were wrong. But the basic reason was why. We wanted to know why. We wanted the Congress to come out and tell us. Are they going to correct this, or are they going to slide it through like a bunch of creeps they are? Well, they slid it through like a bunch of creeps they were. And our people, our citizens, had to pay. There wouldn't have been anything rowdy happen if they hadn't shot that first tear gas tank canister.
Mm-hmm.
They would have turned out. If that would have been this group in Milwaukee now, that Capitol building in the 3-4 hours that we were there would have been in shambles. I mean, historical stuff, statues and things would have been pulled over, broken, fire set, you name it. Good night, Donut. I hope you think about this stuff, and really come to Jesus.
Yeah, I hope you all wake up and start realizing, your Lord is your Savior, man. We're all sinners in life.
I trust.
We are.
I trust in God. And I trust in God, and I go by God's way, by God's messages. By way God set up the Bible, what the Bible teaches, and none of the stuff that's going on these streets are going, by the Bible. In fact, it's going opposite of what the Bible teaches us to do. And I know you might throw at me that we're supposed to love our neighbors and we're supposed to, there's things written in the Bible about the Israelis in Egypt. They were questioning why they should be nice to their neighbors. And that's what they were told. The Egyptian captors were their neighbors, but they were captives. They weren't, these people come in, these people come in uninvited. Our neighbors are, we bring them in invited. It's supposed to be a particular caliber and everything, depending on where you live.
Mm.
There's a lot of things you could say, but we let God out of everything so much. This is what we got for it. And I pray every night, Lord, help us as a country, help us as a people,
We all need to unite together as American. We all believe likely red, white, and blue.
and all of you out there, you listen. Sean has his technique. I have mine. We're totally different in techniques, but we get along. Hey, DD, good to see you. We all have our different ways of presentation. And like I said earlier, if you don't like what I say, you don't have to listen to me. You don't like what Sean says, you don't have to listen to him. Just go on your merry way and do your pleasure.
No.
Hey, Sherry Bell.
ADD.
Sherry Bell,
Hey, Sherry
DD.
Bell's here too. So yeah,
Yeah. Well,
as American, we need to work together.
yeah,
And what things are going it's just it's not good.
with Sherry Bell and Jerry and all of them
And what
last
things are
night,
going it's just it's not good.
we were tearing them up. I wasn't trying to tear anybody up, but
Howdy ho.
we had some good
Oh, I
discussions.
can't hear anybody. I don't know what happened here. Hold on.
Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
get rid of the
Yeah, we can
Bluetooth.
hear you.
Yeah, I
I
can hear you.
can't hear you. I have to turn on the TV. Hold on. What is going on here?
Get rid of the we can hear you. Yeah,
That's going to echo.
Hold on. Okay, I'm not hearing anything through my phone. My phone just went through an update.
Uh-oh.
And don't hear anything. I'm going to go out and come back in.
All right.
I'll be right back.
So
What is going on here?
Yeah, they're still fighting. Well, everybody's leaving. I think they're leaving. Everybody's leaving. I can't hear what's going on, but I can, read the chat. On TV, they were attacking that dry cleaners in that hotel, trying to, but the Minneapolis police was holding them back. Well, I bet you that was staged. That was probably 100% staged. Yeah, we were talking about
Okay, I
roadblocks and
still
stuff.
don't hear any audio. I don't know
You
what's
don't hear
going
it?
on.
Oh no! Is your mic on?
I hear nothing. I don't hear you guys.
Oh,
you should be able to
Hang
hear
on a
us.
second. I'm just going to get out of this. Hold on.
you have your StreamYard volume up. If you have an Android, you have to go into YouTube, make sure your volume's up, then go into your
Yeah.
Twitch and StreamYard, and then close the YouTube. Yeah.
I hear that Tom is supposed to visit Tim Wall today to a private meeting, but I think that this whole thing has been told you have exactly 24 hours, and if you don't get things done here, makes you to go home or you go to jail. You decide. And everybody out there too go to jail. That's what it should be. But totally Tim Wall and they all had a meeting. They double D's back in.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you
Okay,
1,000 times.
hi guys. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Hey there, Carrie.
Yeah.
I saw some of the show. I was making dinner. I had to make dinner for the man. He was going to work.
I think if people worried about themselves as much as they do everybody else, they would be a much different person.
Right. Like, I just don't understand. I saw some of that. That is insane. And I'd like to see that footage that they say that they have. And that I saw that post on there, that comment about Chicago flipping red. If there was such a video that they recorded all this, then I would like to see that myself, because I think that's out of character how they're describing Sean. I've never ever seen him have any issues going to anything that we've gone to any of these events before, except where one person was antagonizing him, and that was really about it. So I don't really know where this is coming from, because no one had an issue before until that moment. So I'm very disappointed. I can't believe that that was happening. And I'm so sorry, Sean, that that was happening to you, because
Yeah.
it wasn't very Christian like. Um, I'm upset that nobody came to see if you were okay. And, and to take just one side of the story is, there's always two sides. You should always listen to both. So there's got to be a way for people to communicate better. But that just comes with maturity. So whoever is doing this doesn't
Well,
have that.
they always worry about the money, and the money,
Hmm.
yeah, the money should have nothing. If they want to donate, it's like I told them, if they want to donate, donate. If they don't, keep your friggin' money.
Oh,
And
well, I'm going to say
you,
something on
you,
that
you,
too.
you,
How many
you,
podcasters do we see? I watch tons of them, and I know tons of them. Everybody asks for donations. All kinds of people put stuff up for all kinds of crazy things. We have libtards asking for $3 million donations for
yeah,
things. You
yeah,
gotta be joking to me that you're gonna cry about $90. He was
right,
not asking for money to, like, a pay-per-view. I've never
right,
seen it before. It's always been public access to see anything on there. And anytime he's ever posted anything was just for access to go places, fix his car or whatever.
right.
They already know that he's homeless. They already know that he's always been a generous person. Whoever's fucking listening right now, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't know his character and you're fucking dead wrong. And for me to
And
swear, it's because I am furious. This guy has helped people out of situations out of his own pocket. He helped a woman that was stuck on the road the other day in this cold weather, and he took his own car and cracked his bumper to help her get to safety off the street. I don't see anybody else doing stuff like that.
no, and everything goes back into what he's doing. For us.
It's going to be karma on them, and I
Yeah,
strongly believe in that. And however you want to, whatever you want to call it, karma, or it'll be the wrath of God on them. Not my problem, because at the end of the day, we leave this world the way we came in. So it's on their conscience. And if anybody else saw that, it's on their conscience. It's not on mine. I know I'm a most generous person. I've always been open to anyone that comes to our groups or anybody that I get the chance to. And I I befriended Sean too. I wasn't the only one. Several of our people did. People that I know outside of that group invited him over to their home for the holiday, to come here for Christmas for a dinner, and to open their home because they trusted him. And they don't see that either. So
no,
I have to, I'm blowing steam off right now because of hearing this and the reaction that I saw, and that not one person did anything. So I want to see this so-called video from whoever it is. You contact me because you obviously know me, and let me see that video that he instigated this, and not a chopped up video, because I'll know. So I want to see that that's the case, that he just went in there and decided to go and start pushing people around or getting angry or whatever. And
well,
did they even give him the chance to say anything?
I don't know. You know these people too, don't you, Dee Dee?
I do.
That's the thing.
And I don't know. I don't want to say I have my own thoughts,
Yeah,
but
keep my,
I don't want to
yeah,
say anything else.
that's
And
between
I'm
you
not
all.
gonna.
You all.
I'm just gonna finish what I'm saying here. I'm not gonna throw anybody under the bus because there's always two sides to a story. I was not there, so I cannot corroborate anything. I'm just saying things based on it's very out of character for that to happen. So I was kind of surprised.
Yeah,
So I'm just
that's what I'm
saying
saying.
that.
That's between you guys and your group. That's what I was trying to tell that donut guy. This is not something you bring out to the open, open airways and try to.
Why bring down the whole that makes us look like shit.
Yeah, it makes it look like the whole group is kaput.
Yeah, it really does. And maybe it is. I
It
don't
could
know.
be. It
Maybe
could be.
it is. Maybe that or maybe that one is. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm second guessing things now
Yeah. Well, yeah.
because I mean I don't
It-
want to
it-
be God is first. God is first. And all I'm gonna say is that I'm a Catholic. Whoever's a Christian's a Christian in the group too, that in our group here right now. You know what I'm talking about. We all think the same way that Jesus is our Lord and Savior. He's the one that's there for us. We all have opened our arms to each other. We all know each other's stories. We don't condemn anybody. Everybody's got a past. Everybody's got a history. Anyone that says that they don't, like they're so perfect, then they're casting stones.
yeah.
They're the ones casting the stones. Because I know plenty of people in. Now I'm not saying they came to our group just like I did. I was in a different group, and I wouldn't say that's my group, but I'm in the group. There's other people from other groups that came in the group. They have stories too. They've had horrible life experiences. Some people had jail time. They've turned their lives around. So
hmm
we've given them all a chance.
I
So
don't. I don't. I don't like groups. I think we should be a wave. We should.
yeah.
We should be like a wave, not a bunch of little groups trying to hold.
Well,
And
unfortunately, Carrie, I would agree, but depending on where you live, if you're in Florida, that's a different story. We're in a state that it's not like that, so everything's you know what I'm saying. It's very segmented here,
yeah.
and I've
Well,
I've
that's
had different
that's what
experiences. Yeah,
that's what we need to change. That's why we're having the problems. Everybody's has their own thing. And outsiders are not welcome or what have you.
right.
That's what it appears like. We're a select group. We want to take this.
We
And
should be uniting, right? We should be
they,
uniting and not
we should be
segregating.
uniting groups. I'm not saying not have groups. I'm saying we should have a common goal. And
Exactly. Well,
and and go for it. Like create the wave. Don't.
originally, I thought that's what was happening.
It sounds like there's
To
a
be
lot of
honest.
it sounds like there's a lot of infighting there.
I don't understand it. It's maybe clicky. I don't know if it's clicky things. I'm not really sure. I can't really say. I really don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just saying that, there's certain people that click together. They're from the maybe certain area and they all lived around the same area. Who knows, whatever. Then we're kind of like the outsiders coming in, maybe. I don't really know. Maybe that's the case. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Maybe that's the case.
Well,
And
we do have the same thing here.
right. But when we came to these other groups, it was with the foresight that, I came from a group that we were more politically involved and worrying about the election and doing all that kind of stuff. And so that was our focus all the time, young candidates, and what we could do as a mission statement to make our organization. It was an organization to be better. But when we found these other groups that kind of reached out and were, kind of reaching out and being with them too, it was the goal that I thought that we could all be as one. And so, because we can't always be as one because we live far apart from each other, but that when there was common events and common goals that we were trying to reach, that we can work together and help each other out. So I just don't understand this. And it just puts a
Yeah, a
bad
lot of I
taste.
mean, there's a
And
lot of Trump groups that when Trump won, they just quit. You know,
I've seen that too. I've
they quit.
seen
They,
that too.
they quit. Oh, Trump
Yeah.
won. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
you know what happened? A lot of people voted for Trump and they only voted because Trump was running.
right.
And they said they won't vote again after
Uh,
that. And that was what some of them have told me, because I've gotten out to the public and talked to people and going door knocking and doing all those things. And that's pretty much like the sentiment at the time.
But,
Like,
yeah,
this is the only reason why I voted.
and he needs their help now more than ever.
I know.
I
But
mean, more than ever, even more than getting elected. Because, everything goes to Trump.
that's another thing that I
There's
have to
one
say
person.
too. That's another thing I have to say too. That we always have to make sure that Trump is kept relevant. I know that there's people that feel, I'm not saying our group or the group or whatever. I'm just saying anywhere that if you're doing any kind of events, you always have to make sure that you're keeping Trump relevant, because, and they'll say, oh, well, no, he's going to be out of office in 3 years. That's MAGA is nothing without Trump.
Yeah,
MAGA is Trump. So if you're
right.
moving away from that, then stop saying that you're MAGA then.
Mhm.
We need to keep him relevant. We need to keep him a visual of him, so people see that there's people there still
Keep,
supporting him.
keep
Right.
them fearing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put the fear of Trump into him. Yeah, that's all we
Right.
need.
Right.
We need him to, we need
We
him.
want citizens here. We want citizens to see that. Don't be afraid. We are still supporting him. Don't be afraid. See, we're here. We're still
Right.
supporting him. So, I mean, it's just what my 2 cents are worth. It doesn't really matter. I don't really care. I survived before and I'll survive after. If nobody wants to talk to me, that's fine. I'm not mad at anybody. I mean, I'm not mad at people. I'm disgusted though that it happened and that they're going to it takes two to tango. So whoever they are should admit also that they are also at fault. And maybe there should be some kind of talk. Maybe there should be some kind of meeting. Maybe there's just something to clear the air. Maybe these other people don't understand what this other person's problem is with Sean. And maybe Sean needs to be able to hear that out also.
Right.
Sometimes, Sean, you can get upset and get heated too. It's only human. People get
Right.
upset. And when men get together, it becomes a different story. So,
With cool level heads.
right, with cool level heads.
You can't throw spurs at each other, and expect to get anything
Right.
accomplished.
But what's happened with this whole I don't know what this is, what you would call it. This whole undercover sneaky BS stuff that's happening right now. Whatever they're doing, I don't know, whoever it is, you got to really think about what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you really know this person, like, do you really want to say those things? And if you do, what is the reason you have this hatred? Because if he didn't really do anything to you personally, and it's just because you just don't like the person, because that's what it almost sounds like. um I
Yes.
think I think there's a lot of misunderstanding because they didn't understand him, or they didn't want to take the time to understand him and didn't come forward to try to settle that. And it's wrong. It's wrong, and it should have been done right out in the open, and that was it, and squashed, because we're adults. I mean, I feel
And
like this is
Sherry Bell said she don't want MAGA to be just about Trump. I want it to
right.
be a lasting movement to
Well,
make this country better.
make
That's
no
what we
mistake.
got.
Make no mistake. MAGA is Trump. He's the one that made
He is
Trump into.
Trump. It is Trump, but
But we
we
have to make
we
sure
have
we
to
carry the torch going forward. Be still be
That's
mega,
this
not
is
just
why
Trump.
this
not just make America great again. The
right.
whole
That's
thing.
right.
Right.
Make America great
My
again.
point I'm saying is Trump's the one that put that forward. He put
Right.
that vision forward. So we keep him relevant. We always have to keep him relevant,
Well,
because we're not.
he's always going to be relevant in
Well,
it.
I'm saying that got now more than ever. Now more than ever. He's still here, still in office. This is why we got to make sure that we do.
We have to
And
back.
going forward, right, we have to make sure that we're carrying that vision forward. That's why I don't want to hear all this, America first crap or whatever. If you're MAGA, you're
No,
MAGA. That's it. That's the end of it. We're following that vision.
we need to
That.
push the saying.
Mhm.
We need to put more emphasis. Give it acknowledging Trump. Yeah, Trump wants to make America great again.
Right.
Not a MAGA, not a group. We want to make America great again.
Right. So I get what Sherry's saying. and that's true. But right now, we got to make sure that where we're at right now is what we're doing, and that we need to keep everything as relevant as we can right now, everything moving forward. And when we get to that point, that's what we're gonna do. We'll be moving forward what the vision is.
Yeah, we had to have somebody carry on the mega torch.
That's
That's
right.
what, it can't. It's Trump, but it can't always be Trump because that's what's given the
It's the
liberals.
vision. It's
That's
the
what's given the
vision.
liberals.
It's the
Yeah,
vision. It's the
yeah,
vision that we're keeping.
right.
The, the thing is, if the American people look at it, he really didn't
They,
vote for Trump. He voted for God, family, and country.
they,
Trump
Right.
loves all those things there. That's what we
they
all
think,
voted. We didn't vote for Trump. We voted for God, family, and country. So for us to keep the MAGA supporters going, we have to carry the torch, and we need to be patriotic and do what patriotic things are, and not doing things being violent. Things like
yeah,
that, calling people names and people like I've been called a mental retardation. All these things. That is not MAGA. That we
yeah.
don't do those words. We
But
have
it
to
goes,
work each other. If I tell you guys don't be violent, then we cannot. I mean, we can't trust something for the group being violent. Because if we tell you guys don't be violent, we can't preach it to somebody else. We have to
right,
we have to we have to hold the same standards in life, man. It's not
right,
fair.
Well, make no mistake. I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
I did vote for
Yes.
Trump.
Yes, we understand you vote for God. You actually voted for God in the country. But you voted for it. Yes,
I
Trump
no, I
Trump
voted for Trump to get in office because his vision is puts forward God.
yeah,
He puts it forward to God.
yeah. Well, yeah, some people, the liberal side sees Trump. They see Trump, 100% when mega is shown.
Mm.
They forget the meaning of what is said. That make America great again. They forget that. They just hate Trump. So it
Right.
starts the battle. It
Hey,
starts.
Cherubel, I have a question for you. I'm sorry to cut you off. There was Cherubel.
Sean, is there a way you can
Yeah,
lower your volume a little bit? It's like
I
for some reason
it.
your volume's super
Oh,
high.
I don't. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know why it's high. It shouldn't be.
It's like it's
Uh,
super loud.
that's that. It's right there. It's that loud.
I don't know. You're like shouting, and it's
Oh, it's the way. It's the way I talk.
okay. Don't don't do it. You know
Okay.
why? Because it's rattling the feed.
Okay, Cherubel. Do you remember exactly on Friday? Friday we had an open panel mic. I guarantee you remember because you're young. You're still young. You said, "Do not tell me what to do." Remember that? Remember those words? Those are your own words. Do not tell me what to do. If you remember those words that you said, that's the same gentleman and Mike who told people not to donate money. It says right there, his own words. That's his words, not mine.
up
And
on
that's
the
when
screen. Up on the
that.
screen.
Oh yeah, that's a screenshot from the last one. I remember the whole thing.
Okay, Sean, though, you need to get past that. You need to talk to them one on one and rectify the situation. Hey, what did I do wrong?
I try to talk to Mike, but Mike is clearly not try to talk to me. They actually banned me from the group page, because they call him mental retardation. I've been trying to talk to Mike for a long time, years, and he's not choosing to be adult here. So he now has interfered with my chat there,
Well, then
and
it seems like it's a lost cause.
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's almost like talking to the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah, if that
yeah. You're
I
talking.
know that's true because he has tried several times, and then
Yeah,
we've tried too, and other people said that they came back with that answer too. That like no, like to get him into the group or whatever. So, but no, with no real
yeah.
reason. Like
You're
no
talking
one
to
said
you're
anything.
talking to a wall, so you might as well just you
Yeah,
know keep your honor and forget
yeah,
forget
it's
them.
not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth getting yourself in a big tussle.
I am doing my thing there, but when I don't appreciate when somebody's basically made a comment, they're gonna make sure all Patriots group know about me, make sure
Yeah,
that no one gets involved with
Yeah,
me.
that's crossing a line there,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
almost like it's becoming the part of saying that they what you were showing
Revenge,
before. Yeah, that knowing about where you are and things like that crosses the line and becomes cyber stalking. So
right?
if that's going to be the case, then there's other avenues to take. So I
Right.
sure hope that's not going to be the case because there are legalities with that involved. And I
Yeah.
really hope not because I would be very just like,
And,
wow, like
and,
this is like what?
and the least you take it online, the better you are. I mean, the
Yeah,
more you put out there, the more they have, more ammo they have.
right. Yeah.
Well,
You can't feed the fire.
Yeah.
You, you,
I'm not,
when
I'm
you
just,
try to talk to
if
somebody
you
in
if
I
we be
think
person,
you
if,
just need to put it behind you because if you've been going through this, I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know everyone all that well. And I'm very cordial, like I said, Carrie, I'm very cordial with everybody and they've always been kind with us and good, but it's not like, we're all like buddies. I don't see
yeah,
them all the time. It's not like they're the
you haven't lost anything.
well,
well,
this isn't my inner circle of people that I am with and that I know.
Uh,
But like I said, there's a lot of great people in that group
yeah,
and there's a lot of really good people. Majority are. And I think they were just probably confused, afraid, whatever, to step forward, probably. I don't know why they didn't. When you don't know a situation, you're not going to react. And a lot of these people are older people too. And so that's another thing. They just don't know what's going on. And
they go along. They go along with what they
they
hear, and
just go along and everybody just wants to go along and have a good old time at a party.
yep, yep,
yeah,
And
but the thing is, like I told you, there ain't nobody that old, and I think that if you want to call yourself a patriotic or a Trump supporter, and the first thing you do is if you're because you want to say they're old, well they're not old. There are a lot of young ones there, and then clearly you can simply stop and say you two need to stop. This is not a good example. If we're telling these libtards what they're doing is wrong, and what they're doing, we don't support
you're
violence here.
misunderstanding what I'm saying, Sean. That I think people don't want to get involved because they're afraid and they don't
Oh,
understand what's going on and they're not everybody is as young as you think you are, neither am I. And I'm just saying that if they don't understand what's going on, that's why they don't react, because they're just trusting that they're handling the situation because they're afraid with everything going on these days in places. And if they don't know somebody, they're going to be like kind of skittish
yeah.
on why they're
They're gonna go along with what they hear.
right. They're going to go right. Exactly.
The
So this
people
is,
they know.
they really need to, it's not that you owe them anybody else an apology. The apology needs to be made mutually with a talk, with an understanding. And if that can't happen and that maturity isn't there to do that, then it's no loss then because nobody's stepping forward to rectify the situation. And all I'm seeing is problems on top of problems. Because the approach is if you have a problem, come to me with the solution, please. Come to
Right,
me with one solution that you have to fix this if you're saying that it's an issue. And not by shunning people, well, we know in the Bible where that goes, right? When you shun people.
well, it is
So
true.
well, I'm just saying that I believe that a lot of people were afraid or confused or didn't understand what was happening. So I don't want to say that it was their fault. I think this is a small group of people that are creating this. And that's all I have to say on that. I don't know who. I'm just saying. I
yeah,
believe that
and
it's not everyone.
yeah, I've been researching on these people that's harassing us and telling us they know where we are and they can
Mhm.
do this, that, they can take likes away from us and stuff. I've been
Wow.
talking to tech people, and they say there's no way that they could track you. There's no way that, they can find out who you are by Google, but they can't track you. They just, we're creatures
Mhm.
of habit. We go to different, they know I'm going to go see Sean, and they know you're going to go see Sean. They know Sherry's going to go see, where she goes, and they get lucky. Just like I was on all night last night, and none of these jokers.
I mean,
And
it's so great that I get to know
they,
all you guys and get to know more J6ers and get to know more people, and our reach goes further because we
yeah,
travel all over the place. And what a loss to them.
yeah,
It's a closed off little world then,
right,
when you do that, you don't see the other side, and some people think that they know. Some
Yeah.
people they think they know what's going on, and unless they were there, were they at the jail? Were they over there? Were they over there when they were our J6ers were locked up in the gulag? Were they? Did they go over there at all? I bet you guys didn't meet any of them.
Probably not.
Yeah. Well,
I do.
a
No,
lot of the J Sixers that were locked up in the freedom corner over in the DC Gulag, well, there was a
I
lot of
do.
us actually out there. We actually seen them
I
physically
do
in
have.
the flash of light.
I do have people in my group that went back and forth to the gulag. You know, they went to the
Yeah.
when they went to the corner. I couldn't. You know, my health just went at the.
Right.
It just went down at that time, and I haven't been able to go.
I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just saying the people that have the big mouths.
Yeah.
Where are they at? What are they actually doing? And everything can't be all the time. You know,
Yeah. Oh,
a
it'd be impossible.
little closed little area. We have
Yeah.
to like branch out and know other people. And I'm so used to traveling and going places and meeting people all over the place. Like my second home is Florida. I know so many people in Florida, and not just there, in Georgia and in Valdosta and Peachtree City and all over the place because of all our travels. We've met people and we're still friends with these people.
All right. Well, I want to say I want to acknowledge this real quick. Cherubel, who's doing that? 'Cause that's something we don't play around here. Who's doing that, Cherubel?
Doing
Who's
what?
threatening you? Read the chat there. Read what Cherubel wrote.
I don't think it was in yours. It was in somebody's last night. I don't know where she went prior to where she was on with me. But she
What?
come in and told
Yes, I want to know who is doing that because whoever it is,
her,
I'm gonna catch who's doing it, and
This
they're
stuff,
gonna.
yeah,
this
And
this stuff has to start getting reported now.
her
yes,
and Jerry. Oh, we report
yeah,
them left and right. And
No, did you see that? That's no. That's
yeah.
no. Mm-mm. That's a
Yes, this is
no.
this is why I want her to know that I'm here and paying attention because that's really
yeah.
serious to me.
Oh, that's right. It's
It's
IRT.
Taco Joe's chat, okay,
Oh, I
and
thought it
yeah,
was here.
okay,
No,
no,
it
so
wasn't him.
well, we need to, did you take a screenshot of their name? Because I'm not playing. I don't give a crap what channel they're in. This
Yeah,
is not okay.
she put it there.
Okay,
All these
so
people violating, and
Community
YouTube's
standard.
letting them get away with this stuff.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. They need something with YouTube to settle these. Yeah, 'cause it's gone too far. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody might have already got hurt. Who knows? You know,
Yeah.
So
we
we're
don't.
going
We
too
don't.
fast. There,
We,
I wish that cause we gotta start taking
No,
screenshots.
I think I
Everything that
know.
people say.
No, Sean. I think you're confusing it because I think she's saying on the other one that she was in where she saw that. Is that correct,
Yes,
Sherry?
I know that.
Yeah.
I know what she's talking. I'm
Yeah.
not confused. She
Yeah.
needs to start taking screenshots of the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
because
I know
we need to
sometimes
start
it goes too,
reporting this stuff.
but sometimes it goes too fast. I know what
yeah,
Shari is saying. If
you can't get Taco Joe's. It screams.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of them go so fast like that you can't
I'm
even see them.
I'm watching BG on TV right now, and it's going across my TV screen like zip, 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 zip. I couldn't take it.
Oh, Dee Dee,
Yeah,
here goes your buddy. He's back in her.
Well, that's right. That all of
that's
that is
right.
wrong.
Exactly right. We got to get along. We live together. You know, you could be my
But
neighbor.
to
You
but to
know,
say something wherever chat she was on where they said that again, these people say stuff like that just to say that you're going to do that you're going to say do harm to somebody. That's against the standards to the community on YouTube. So I don't know. You're right that maybe there needs to be something formed, something said, or something written to YouTube or put out there
I think
that these.
Jericho sent something. He's sent a long
Okay.
thing to them. They're hard to get a hold of. I know that.
Yes,
Very
they're very hard to get a hold of.
very difficult.
It doesn't matter
And
that you weren't afraid of him, Shari. It's that
yeah,
It's a
is
point
a
of
threat.
principle.
That the point is, it was a threat that was made, and even if you don't think it's real, we always take it that it is.
always take it that it is. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean,
Right? I know they don't, but you know what? That's where we might have to get a representative.
we're gonna have to
You
get
might have to get representatives involved.
yeah, it's going to take it because it's getting worse and worse every day. I
You know,
mean, they might not mean it, but they're saying it.
yeah, right,
They're saying it.
exactly. It's still against
I mean,
community standards.
who would think somebody would bite a finger off an officer?
And they'll try to say stupid things like free speech and whatever. Okay, no, you know where the line is crossed.
Yeah.
Let's have common sense here. You know where the line is crossed, right? And you're going to do it anyway. Thinking that, well, it's free speech. You could say, no, it's not. It's not okay because you're committing a crime.
Yeah, there's no free speech, really
Well, that's a crime by
it's a
just
crime.
saying
Yeah,
that.
And
yeah,
do you, y'all seen
but
exactly the lady who
you
grabbed
know,
the basically was it the canister? She grabbed the smoke canister. That's
yeah,
her fault. She hurt herself.
we're not constitutional in social media. That goes for the government. That's for the
Mhm,
government. The
mhm,
government only. Government, the
mhm.
public out in the public, but not social media is like your home. You're
Right.
king. Your channel. You're king of your channel, like you're king of your castle. Your rules apply, not the federal government, not the state.
Hmm.
Well,
Shari, long as it's not continuing, long as it doesn't continue or doesn't follow you somewhere else, then I understand what you're saying. But that's not true. You can, I know as a fact because I've seen it happen, and but you'd have to get like
yeah,
cybersecurity involved
yeah.
in all that. It can be done. Trust me, I've seen it, and I know people that do it. So it's not an unusual thing. Yeah. So, I all this infighting and all this stuff is retarded, so to speak, because there's big shit going on out there right now. I watched
Yeah.
several. I told you I was going to go to the forum and watch. I always watch it every time what's happening. And then we do our research, and there's some crazy stuff being said out there in Davos.
Yeah.
There is some really crazy stuff. I mean, first of all, oh wait, hold on. I'm
Well, we
reading it.
appreciate that, Donut. The same with me, with you guys. I don't wish
Yeah.
harm on nobody.
No. And
But
no one's saying that you're saying that either,
no, no,
Donut. No
I
one's saying
wouldn't
that
even
you're saying.
accuse you of
We're
it.
just saying in general, it's just this is really bad that this is happening. And I hope it changes and I hope it can change because we're gonna have to be very concerned in what's happening future wise globally for us
Yeah,
because
because
there's you
all
got
this stuff is,
Elon Musk out there saying that he was an alien, he time traveled, and he's saying all kinds of stuff. And I'm not joking.
yeah,
And you got BlackRock asshole Larry Fink saying, "Well, he wants to live forever." So
yeah.
he's all up, Elon Musk's, you
He's
know,
gonna have himself put into a computer and all this good
yeah,
stuff.
he's all far up his behind. And if you heard the speeches with those two, you'll understand where I'm going with that. Because
And we thought it was crazy what they said about Walt Disney.
right,
I
but
mean,
then go and listen to if you get a chance to on the World Economic Forum. There's a part. So when it was live, you couldn't see it right away on YouTube. There
believe
was a
that?
part that said music. It just said music, and I'm like, I just kept passing it up. I kept
Yeah,
passing it up and going to watch other stuff. Then I came back to I'm like, what the hell is this music? What is this? I put it on. Oh no, it was not music. Oh no, they were talking about AI and how AI is going to be be a transient being, and how like at some point,
yeah.
it would be considered a citizen because they're coming up with. And Musk was wearing an
Because
Optimus.
their mind's going to be input in them, and
Oh
the
yeah,
wealthy think that the ultra wealthy think they own the world.
but
They actually think
I'm
that they
telling you
have
what
the
they're saying
chosen.
first. This is what they said exactly like this. First of all, Musk was wearing an Optimus Prime shirt.
Oh no,
And you know what that robot's called, right? The AI robot. It's called Optimus. He said that robot's going to be out for public purchase in the next year. Now, is it going to be open to us? Probably not.
yeah,
But
we
but
can
it's going to be
afford
out
it.
there. And and within the next few years after that, he expects it to be in everybody's home. You will not have to need anything. You'll be able to ask it. It will do anything you want. Anything you
You,
want.
you know the old saying, a genius is right on the line with an idiot. you're one step away from being able. So they probably step back and forth over the line.
Yeah. Well, what made me afraid when I saw that, and then I went to this other speaker. Sean, what are you doing?
Nothing, just her.
Yeah,
Do
but it's
nothing,
real.
just
It's making
her.
a all the stuff you're doing is making a lot of backfeed
Hold on,
on
hold
here.
on, hold on, hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you aggravating us?
He don't want to hear this stuff because this is all fact, though. This is real. This is like what they're talking about. So that guy that was on that part, that segment that said music, but now when you look it up, they put a name to it and they put a piece of it on there. They put a name to it. It's called. He was talking about words, saying how we're all, everything we do is based off of words, and we all have to think and write things down and read, and that's how we learn and it's how we communicate, and AI has like taken over that job, and eventually the goal is basically for AI to not have us read. We won't have to think anymore. It will do everything for us, because that's called integration. They're not putting it in those words, but that is what they mean
Well,
by it.
they're making them, to self think.
Right. Right, I know. I,
And eventually they'll get to a point where they'll overthink us.
they're definitely going to become smarter than us, and they can't outnumber us yet, but they
No,
will
they will.
outnumber us
They
too.
could. Yeah,
And they know we won't be able to fight them back.
right.
So we have a big problem here with all this stuff coming forward. I hope we're not being sold down the river either. I really don't. I really hope we're not. Because when you add all this up and start connecting the dots, any person that's awake with their eyes wide open and knows I've been doing this for over 30 years, so I know who Lockheed Martin and all these people are, and I know what they do. I know everything from way back. All the programs that were instituted then and what they've done. And I told you before that that particular name keeps coming to the forefront, and it just recently did come up again. So now that we know that, and they're saying that they're going to, they said they will outnumber us.
Yeah.
They went on to say about these Optimus Prime robots and how we're going to go into the AI sentient being,
Well,
and how
look at what's going on now. What does every one of us have beside us or in our hand?
right. Oh,
You know,
100%. I'm
and,
not
and,
disagreeing.
and if you don't think it learns,
Oh, it hears everything we're saying.
it hears everything. It learns.
I'll probably have the SWAT team come flying through my window. And all our windows one of these days,
Yeah.
there goes the
I mean, yeah.
1775ers. That's 1776ers. Here they
We're already,
are.
we're already in the laboratory.
Oh, this is the experiment.
We're the experiment. I mean, yeah, they're
Oh
they're,
yeah.
they're getting info, intel. It's learning. It's learning what we do.
Right. So going back to the sentient being thing, they use that word, sentient being, saying that how we have migrants coming across the border. They use the word migrants, not illegals, migrants, that we're worried about migrants coming on board. We have the migrants, we have citizens. Well, pretty soon we'll be walking along hand in hand, not hand in hand, but shoulder to shoulder with AI
Yeah,
robots,
the
and
robot.
they call them sentient beings, and that they would have to have some citizenship too, because although they cannot feel, they'll be like an autistic person. They'll,
Right.
where they have to mimic love and all that.
Now, there
They'll
was a
learn.
there was a
They'll
there
learn.
was a there was a movie like that where they
Oh yeah.
I can't think of
Megan
the
was
name.
one of them just recently.
Yeah, they made him a sentient being, and
Yeah.
they had to take him to trial because he killed somebody accidentally. Because
There's
of this.
there's
Yeah,
TV series
this
because
has
I
been
watch
a
a bunch
few
of
years.
sci-fi.
This has been a few years
Oh,
ago. That this.
Black Mirror was one that had a couple of things about that in there, and there was a couple of other
It wasn't.
sci-fi series
It
too.
wasn't iRobot. Oh man, I can't even think.
Well, there was one just the other, was it last year or the year before? And she's a cute girl. I forgot what her name is. She's dark
Oh
hair,
yeah, it was a
blue,
robot. Yeah, that
blue. Yeah, it was a
it was
human.
just her. It was just her. The name of the robot. The name of the movie.
That was so wild.
Yeah, it
And she,
was.
The whole thing was crazy. I had friends over, we were watching it. We're like, what the heck? We're all yelling at the TV. We're like, oh my God. But that's the reality of it. That's what they're saying. They will have citizenship.
Uh-huh.
They have to have their own um so-called citizen type, not citizenship, but their own. Well, yeah, I guess so. They'd be a legal being, a
It might have.
citizen
It
of
might.
wherever.
It might have been that series of the robots that were trying to escape from people from
Oh, yeah,
captivity.
that was another
Remember?
one.
Remember that series?
Yes.
They had their own little, yeah, their own little.
Yeah, they
Probably
all were in
not
their
an army, but
they were in houses. Exactly
yeah,
what they're talking about.
yeah, they
That
were
they
trying,
were in the houses as like maids or whatever they were, like
and
a caregiver.
they were trying to escape their slavery.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's from BBC.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's an English one.
Right.
Or
Oh yeah.
British, whatever.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it, but that show is awesome.
That was really good. And
Yeah,
that's exactly what's happening. And
right.
you know what? You know another thing that Musk said? You'll want them because they'll be able to care for your families, your parents as they age. You won't have to put them somewhere because you could just have one of those taking care of them.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, thank you. I'll probably have a pillow smothered over my head at one point or whatever. you
yeah,
know and that's another thing they said too, that with them learning how to evolve and mimic humans and human emotions, they'll also learn anger because they will be able to lie. And that was the coup de grace of all of it, is to take away from it, is that as a sentient being and as AI, they will be able to lie because that will be
yeah.
in the nature of it. And with that becomes everything else.
Right.
So they could even kill. And
Mhm.
they didn't say that, but that's what they meant
But
by
that's
it.
what they inferred.
So
Yeah,
they would have to become legal, like a citizen, because they'd have to be tried. If something happened, they have to know their rights too and whatever and be tried or whatever. I'm like, what the hell am I listening to?
Sherry,
What the
Sherry,
hell am I listening to?
Sherry gave me a memory that I shouldn't even say this, but they do say that if you die alone with your cats and nobody knows that you're dead,
They'll
that
eat you.
your cats will start eating you after
They
three
will.
days.
That's a true story.
I know, I know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think
But
about that all the time.
so the other one that said that, the one that said that about the sentient beings, he was sitting there with this other woman. I don't know her name. She was some type of professor, a very hoity-toity. These are all globalists, but she was some type of biophysicist, and she was also a professor. So she was talking about humans and saying how it'll be. This is her words: the human animals with the animals. Those were her words. I told you, you got to listen to these things because then they start taking things out, changing them, and you don't hear them. I heard them all firsthand. I know what I heard, and I made sure other people heard it too, so that we're listening to it, so that it was documented, that other people heard it. I'm like, that's insane that they're going to
Yeah,
call us. We just talked about female and male. Remember about that? We were man and woman, not female and male. The reason we got female and male was because that's what they give to cattle. That's how they identified the cattle.
you're right, Sherry.
I
I thought
die and
about
my
that
cats
too.
need to eat
They
me
got to eat
to
somehow.
survive. Glad I can help. Go, Shari, that's a true cat lover.
Yeah, yeah. I've thought about that. Thought that way too. Uh, yeah, my granddaughter, she had 7 cats. And they got 'em a travel trailer, and they're traveling. So they got it down to 3.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah, I have family members with tons of
They
pets too.
adopted 4 out. I think another granddaughter has a couple, another granddaughter has a couple. Yeah, mine and
Oh my gosh, my niece has, and her boyfriend have every kind of animal you could think of: cats, dogs, snakes, tarantulas, uh, all kinds of turtles. I'm like, what the heck? It's like going in the zoo there. I said, don't you go on vacation? Because she went on vacation once and they asked if we would
I'm,
go
I'm,
take
gonna
care of
have
the
to,
pets.
I'm gonna have to get on to the one granddaughter. She hasn't let Trippy call me all week.
She had what?
My dog, Trippy.
Oh, she has your dog. She doesn't
She
want you
has
to
my
call her.
dog.
She's hoping you'd forget.
Yeah, actually, it's her dog. It was given to her. Through me. But in some of the chats, they're the chats like Jerry
Mm.
and Tina and all of them. He's a chat pet. One of the pets. My freedom puppy.
Oh,
He's a King Cavalier.
wow, that's a nice one.
Yeah, he
Is
was a
that the one that you had the picture of before?
yeah, one side of
When
my
when
bed.
me and you were on your chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a cute dog.
He's a family dog.
And he's still a puppy, right?
He'll be 2 years old, I think, in July.
He's still a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a baby.
So we got him young.
I can't have any pets. I'm just gonna enjoy all your pets because everybody else is. Because I just fall all apart when animals die. I can't do it. I did it a couple of times and I'm like, that's it. I just can't do it. And my heart just that's it. I break down and I can't function.
He just, I saw him. I picked him, and boy, he's he's a mess. He's smarter than a whip. Pick-
He's
Picks
a
up a new
mess.
picks up a new trick every day,
Oh wow. Smarty pants.
and he's got like at least five distinct barks that let you know what he wants.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, if he's barking one way, if he's growling, we know somebody's not supposed to be there. He's got a different sound for everything. His water, his food.
Yeah. My friend Chris has a dog, a little dog. I forgot what he is. He's a little one. Is he cute? And he's just so funny. He's a little guy and he has all like I don't know what he is. He's kind of like one of those little fluffy um what are they called? Not a terrier, maybe like a kind of a terrier mix, maybe. Type of a little thing. He's smart, smart, smart. And he has all these different things that he does, like sounds and things that he makes. And every time she tells him he wants this, he wants that, this is what he wants, it is. It's
Yep.
like she's able to understand his language.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the way
It's
Trippy
so
is.
funny.
And it's teaching my granddaughter responsibility, because he's like a shadow, wherever she is, he is.
That's good.
And he's protective.
Uh, well, that's good because if anything ever happened, you know that he'd be in good hands.
Mhm.
That, he's already used to other people.
And actually, Wyoming girl talked Joe into sending him to me because of Bella.
Are they far from you?
No, they're about 90 miles.
Oh, okay, but they're not like a couple of states over or something like
No,
that. So that's good. Yeah, that's good. You see that.
everybody's 90 miles from me here. Just
Oh,
about.
you know what? You know where you're at? That's right. Yeah, I could see that. I had a friend that lived similar area and wound up. She just said, everything was just like it just seemed like everything was far away. She goes, and summer sucked because you're in the middle. You're like more inland, so it's hot, hot, hot. She was like, it's always hot. So they packed up and moved to Michigan. I'm like, why would you go from Florida to Michigan?
Really?
Are you out of your minds?
They have extreme weather change. Man, they're hauling a bunch of people up in wristbands on BG.
Wristbands?
Wristbands, I guess they run out of handcuffs. They're using the,
Oh, in Michigan?
yeah, no, in Minneapolis.
Oh, I see. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, she moved to Michigan, but I'm just saying she went to a Democrat state.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh. She goes,
Well,
I know, but my daughter's there.
poor Sherry lives in Michigan.
Yeah, I know. I know. I didn't want to mention it, but yep.
I can't believe it.
She knows exactly.
I can't believe they moved their state gasoline tax to 51 cents a gallon.
What?
Yeah, they raised it to 51 cents. The governor did.
Well, ours keeps raising it. Anytime that it goes down, he raises it more. So now
Yeah,
he just put another tax on the gas. We're paying, I think it's like I forgot how much my husband said. It was like, I think it was $1.50 or $2 now, more than anywhere else. When you
yeah,
add up all the taxes, it's like $2 now.
yeah.
Now,
That was how much they increased it. I don't know what it was before.
yeah, which mayor? Yeah, I don't. Shari, I call her Witchmer. Witchmer. You know what we say all the time when we go to Michigan. When we go to Michigan, we always say we gotta watch out now because the wicked Witchmer is gonna come flying on her broom down the expressway to come and get us when she sees our Illinois plates. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. She's gonna come after
Income, more state income.
us. Ah, but yeah, but Indiana is the place to go right now because like now my daughter, she went with her husband. They went down to they go down to Indiana to do things, and it doesn't take long from where they're at to get to Indiana. It would take me probably, oh, maybe not too long, but it would take me longer. But they said it was easier to go down there because this whole conversation came up about the Chicago Bears and
Uh-huh.
how that deal I think is going through in Indiana to take the
Gary,
Bears.
Indiana.
They're gonna be the
76.
I go, they're gonna be the Indiana Bears. I guess they're gonna change the name to the
Yeah,
Indiana Bears, or it's gonna be Gary, Indiana. So maybe it's the Gary
76,
Bears.
76 trombones.
Yeah, the Gary Berries.
The 76.
I mean, can you blame them though? I mean, this state's so messed up money wise and everything wise, and they gave no support to the team. They have no money to do anything with the team. They might as well go where they're getting a deal, and they are getting a very good deal where they're going.
Yeah.
So,
76 trombones was Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary,
oh, okay,
Indiana.
that's right.
76 trombones. And
I remember that song. I absolutely do. I
they
forgot what
call,
movie.
they,
What movie
they,
was
they,
that?
can call them the 76ers.
But that's hilarious. They're going to Indiana, and so I guess somebody got all up. People get all upset that she's saying, "Well, what was wrong with that? Like it's a good deal for them." I mean, what
Hmm.
are they going to do here, right? Nothing's going to happen here. And nobody wants to go to frickin' Arlington Heights. It's even further to go to than it was to go to Indiana. And I'm thinking, you know what? All the games to me are fixed. They're
Yeah.
all on the Vegas odds. These last games that they played, I think were fixed because
Oh,
just the plays themselves were just like, and the spread was like
yeah.
by two. And come on, you know that. So I'm like,
A lot of amateur plays.
yep. Well, it was designed for a reason
Yeah, like,
for the Vegas odds.
these guys play professional. They play in high school.
You just got to know how, if you know how to gamble and you know what the spread, what it means and what it is, then you understand what that means. And if you saw the game, you would see it plain as day. You would see it plain as day of what was happening. And
Yeah,
I'm just like, mm.
I give up on all of the professionals.
I,
Because it's
Shari's right. College
all
sports.
rigged.
Yep. College sports. I like the farm teams. The farm teams. I like the Wolves we have here for the other team for the Chicago Blackhawks. And I like going to all the college stuff and even the local games. Those are real sports. Like they still play real sports there, you know.
Yeah, little league, and
Yeah, that's
stuff
fun
like
to
that.
watch.
We used to have, yeah, like football like that too.
We
We
thought,
we we, we had a team. We played international. We had Canadian and Mexican teams come in, and they all
mhm,
played against each other.
yeah,
And we
I
took
like
in
watching it.
five Mexican boys and all the strawberry farmers. Give me 10 for the farm. Like
Yeah.
you want to wring their necks. Why?
Unfortunately,
I
yeah,
don't know. These boys, their dads were like attorneys and doctors,
right.
upper epsilon, and they want to use them on the farm. 'Cause
I mean, come on.
Everybody thinks Mexicans are farmers.
I know, and
That's
but that's they like to have that for sympathy too.
yeah.
And
Well,
yeah,
they're none but innocent farmers trying to make a living. Uh,
there's no more farms. China's buying all the damn farms.
yeah, blame it on the
They got them
Chinese.
all.
Yeah, blame it on the Chinese.
They got all the farms. Tudor Dixon.
Them and Gates.
Yeah, you're right, Shari. She did. We call her witless. Rachel Witless. Mexicans are farm workers. Not farm.
You're right. I'm sorry, farm workers.
Yeah, yeah. My grandparents. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're right. That's the correct.
My poor cousin's the age I am. She gets up. Her husband. They finally had a cancer spot on his lungs, so he's
Oh,
down. He's the same age. They got their farm. But she got to go out there every day and this and feed the animals, and
yeah, yeah,
I guess some neighbors and her kids are helping,
yeah.
but that's sad.
Oh, it's sad what happened to all the farms, though, and how China came in and what they did and how they played the game. And first of all, they were allowed to put their corporations or their factory buildings. They were going to put them near military, like compromised military bases or military locations. So they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be within so many miles from that. Because I don't even know why they're allowed even to buy anything because they're enemies of the state, basically. Why are they allowed to own any land here? Period. But they did. They did it, and it started happening in Wyoming, and that was happening out in I think it was Alabama. It was all over the place where the Chinese are buying up these properties and saying, if you might want to consider selling because when we come in, we're going to destroy your property with our factory. It's going to like have chemicals and all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff, and it's going to ruin your land. And so they would scare them so that they would sell.
Uh-huh.
So that all got brought out to the forefront, showing that California, Chinese own, you know how much they own of farmlands in California? It's like some crazy number, like over 60 something percent of farms are owned by Chinese in California. That's why there's so many there. And they shouldn't be allowed to own any land in our country.
Yeah.
Period. If these are foreign investors, it's not like it's an American citizen that's Chinese and is an American citizen and saved their money and got invested or got rich or bought a farm or whatever they did. This isn't the feel good story for an American Chinese, of Chinese heritage. No, this is Chinese investors coming in and taking over because Monsanto, it all started with them. And then when they got busted out, it moved forward with the Chinese.
Well, it started many years ago when they started paying farmers to not cultivate their crops and
Right.
leave the land undone, untouched.
Yeah.
And they started paying off, you know,
And
they,
Monsanto
they
was
were they
already
were
in the
trying to
picture.
they were setting us all up for this.
Mhm.
Really.
Yeah, Monsanto was already in the picture way back then. It just wasn't called that.
Yeah.
So they were
Right.
already doing it. That right, it was by design. Because look at it, even here, all these areas, they don't want to develop them. So they turn them into, oh, this is prairie land in Illinois. So it's just gonna be called the prairie land or the wetland. So they just let it grow all out and be there and they don't have to do nothing to it and make it an eyesore. They just say that, oh,
Well,
it's natural.
that's what our convoy coming up is about. It's about Florida. It's for Florida, really, because they're buying up commercial property. They're buying up all the farmland. There's not enough resources for sewage and water, and
Mm.
they're using up all the yeah, they're building too much. They're overbuilding,
Well, first of all,
and they
they're
can't handle
continuously.
it.
I've never seen any place where they continuously build. Like every time I went to Fort Lauderdale, every time I was there in the same condo that we would go to, they were constantly, um, they were constantly building in the same area. I'm like, how is it like? They, oh well, they're just doing it 24/7 here. I'm like, what the hell are they still building? Like, how
Yeah,
much more can you build on that strip of land?
right.
Like,
And
how are they continually doing this?
and they're using resources to get rid of the waste and everything, and it's destroying the land.
Yep. And then
They
I
still
think
want
a
to
lot.
build more and more and stretch out farther. But that's just like the villages. It was one small area,
Oh yeah,
and now it's almost that whole
that's
area up there from
that's hilarious over there.
Ocala to Wildwood to Leesburg, all the way down, to the Turnpike, which is a good 100 miles,
Yeah, yeah,
of the villages.
unbelievable. So they're gonna. So when's this happening?
What's that?
The convoy.
February 28th.
That's good. That's
It's gonna
good.
be it's gonna be nearby here, so hopefully I can either get my vehicle, get my driver's license squared away, and
Is it
get
on both
out of the
sides, or
water.
is it starting on one side, or is it on both sides?
Huh?
Is it on one side, both sides, east, west coast?
Yeah, it's they're going down 27 from here in Davenport all the way down to Lake below Lake Wales, and then back.
Too bad they
That
couldn't make this
that
bigger.
that's the area that they're the protest is for.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know for a fact my friend Carrie lives out in St. Petersburg. Well, she lives in St. Pete Beach, not St. Petersburg, St. Pete Beach.
Well,
And
it involves it involves everybody in the state because they're
oh yeah,
going
look
to
what
live
happened
there.
over there when the
Yeah,
hurricanes happened. They said interesting how it
no,
attacked that area because they keep wanting to buy up the properties in that area. And
they
so the
didn't have
hurricane happened, and guess what happened? The
they
stores that
didn't
were
have the
there
prop,
didn't reopen,
they didn't have the proper flood
and then some of the
stuff
buildings there.
in place, and that's what they over cultured it, and they
They want to take the property. They
yeah
want to take it and redo all of St. Pete Beach. So they're hoping that it was all destroyed.
right,
They
and,
want to
and,
take the
and
beach.
they want to do away with the flood precautions, to build more condos and more
Yeah.
buildings, and
Mm.
then when a hurricane comes, it wipes everything out.
They want to change the whole St. Pete Beach and make it into like this resort like type thing, and get rid of all the homes, get rid of everything that's there
Yeah, yeah,
and change it.
they don't want no individual homes there. I
No,
mean,
but they're there.
you drive down the beach. You're lucky you can get to any beach, and you're lucky you can get to any beach in Florida. I mean, there's still several, but it's hard to get to them. And, park you have to park
Yeah.
at a municipal, pay by the computer,
Yeah.
parking lot, and then you got to walk a mile to the beach.
Luckily, all my friends, they were living right there, so I didn't have to worry about that. And I stayed over there.
Yeah,
So I didn't have, like, I had friends in Pinellas County and all those areas. So I didn't have to do that. And we didn't have to, like, I just had to walk across the street and go to the beach.
uh-huh.
But a lot of those places, a lot of people got displaced and they're not living there anymore because, the businesses got all ruined.
They're driving individuals out.
Yeah. Like the dog bar that was in St. Pete Beach, which was a great bar.
Yeah,
Um,
and,
yeah, it was called Nico's Dog Bar.
yeah.
And it's been there forever. I don't know if you know of it.
Oh
And
yeah.
okay. So I don't know if you know the owner. I'm friends with him, Tony. Is a friend
No,
of mine.
not really.
So Tony's is a great guy. So anyway, um, well, the hurricane came and again, like made a disaster. His held up okay, his business, he was able to reopen it.
Yeah.
But then there was all kinds of problems happening, people coming in, and he wound up getting jumped and beat up and all this stuff, and they broke his leg, and all kinds of things happened to him. And he had just was gonna change it into like maybe make it a sports bar. So he just decided to go ahead, and when he got better, he wasn't. It took him a long time. He wasn't really better. He had the whole place flipped it into a sports bar, no more dog bar, and then now he sold it, and that's done now. It's now
Oh
a sports
man.
bar. But it was such a cool
Yeah.
little
Well,
mom and pop place.
I think it was JLR showed it during the last hurricane, or one of the two of the last hurricanes. I think JLR was down there.
It was bad. My friend Carrie was a wreck, and they were going up and down the beaches because what was happening is you had like, okay, like everybody had to take everything out of their houses
Yeah,
because they were flooded. Now, luckily,
yeah,
she didn't get that. What happened to her is she was more in a mobile home, but she was a little further in and more like towards May Largo, and she was further in.
yeah,
So she got lucky that but they still got sustained a lot of damage, roofs and stuff from wind. A lot of people did, and
yeah.
it ripped out. This is a bad story, I'm going to tell you. And so, I mean, not that you haven't heard them, but this is firsthand story of what happened there. So, because I feel like I went through it with her because I was with her every step of the way with this, and her roof got damaged, all this, and during this whole hurricane, she didn't want to leave because every time that they have one, she never leaves. She goes somewhere, goes more inland or higher up or whatever. This time I kept begging her to leave. I said, I don't know how this is gonna go. It's too scary. This time you do need to evacuate. And she was going through a divorce and everything. So I felt so bad for her, but I just take the dog and go because your life is worth more than the things that are there. Just pack it up and
Right.
go. So
Mhm.
her and a couple of the girlfriends got together and they went up north and they went up to like Pensacola, up that area. And I'm glad that they did because it was pretty bad. Her house was okay as far as no flooding, but she did get water damage because the roof got banged up and ripped up and her carport was torn right off. The whole carport gone, just torn
Yeah,
off and gone.
we had to replace the wall and the flooring in my room here because of the hurricane. There was
Water damage.
one little place around the
But did,
one window on the
did
side
FEMA come
there.
and help anybody? Did they help you guys? Did
No,
FEMA give you any
no,
money?
heck no.
Well, get this one.
I ain't gonna pay them back.
Uh, that's That's the other thing. I advised her not to do it. But then, anyway, you're talking this a single person and, didn't have anybody else, Selena, whatever. She had to do what she had to do.
Yeah,
But anyway, her house was damaged from that and had the carport torn off and all that stuff. And she's a huge trumper. And she had a sign on her yard and everything. And you know where I'm going with that one, right? So, because FEMA was walking around looking for that.
yeah.
So everybody had to she
Well,
went.
they would ignore them.
Oh, it got ugly.
Yeah,
So she went out to go help people out by St. Pete Beach because she had a lot of friends that we know the businesses there. I know almost all of them, the Kentucky Lounge and everybody from the Dak Shack, and we know all these places and are friends with them. And but the homes too over there, everybody that was in there had to take everything out. Everything had to come out of the house because you don't know if that's sewer water. You know it is. It's in there too. So everything had to go out and had to go in piles outside. So while people were trying to fix up their houses, they were hoping that they were going to come and remove some of this debris. Well, it was going on forever and the debris was not getting removed and it stunk to high hell. It was molding. Oh, it was bad. And she was like, said it was so bad you don't even know. And everybody was so like dirty trying to do all this stuff. Well, the garbage men came and tried to come pick up the stuff. But what happened was, and these were like people that were coming to like remove the debris and stuff, they would get over to go and drop it off at like going out of town, like past, I don't know, past Tarpon Springs or whatever. They were going to
yeah.
go and dump this stuff out. They turned them away. They wouldn't let them dump the stuff off. They were waiting for hours and hours and hours in line. They were paid by the residents to go and get rid of this stuff. They came back and dumped it all back down.
Oh,
all back on the ground. Everybody's garbage was all mixed up. It was all on the ground, all out in the street there, disgusting. And then she put in for the town, like she wanted to go on the list to see if they could come and assess her property. So mind you, time went on. Another hurricane happens out in North Carolina. So that overshadows then Florida, right?
Yeah.
Because of everything, the attention went there. And of course, it is more dire in North Carolina. I mean, not to put Florida Solemn short, but she had to understand too. And she did.
Right. It was a
And
lot worse.
and Carrie's a huge Christian, huge God loving Christian, sings at church, all this stuff, and makes music. And she's like, God protected me. I'm okay. Whatever. I got my house. I know that they need it more. And I said, you know what? We just got to keep praying because we got to be patient because they're in dire need over there. They're going to come. It's Florida. They got to come and help you. They didn't. They wrote letters to all kinds of people. They wrote letters to DeSantis. Why are you letting this happen? Why aren't you releasing the so the permits so work can get done? So then they said that FEMA was going to come and assess the properties. So they did. They came around and I guess they were assessing the properties and whatever. They said they'd send a letter to determine whatever is going to get done. So she thought, oh, okay, well, we're going to hear about this later. So then another group came in and started assessing all the roofs. This is bad. So everybody got their roofs assessed, whatever. They were scammers.
Yeah.
They were scammers, and she got scammed like out of like I don't know how much money. And so then FEMA had to get involved or whatever. They were doing nothing. And they still, to this day,
And it's
nothing
still
still is
nothing.
fixing them. No.
Yeah.
So what they had to do was because they gave her, I forgot how much money. It was money to fix the walls, the windows were all busted out. And the carport, I think it was like, I don't know, so many thousands of dollars that they gave her. And of course, by June, so it was like winter time. So by June, you had to, I guess, start paying this money back or whatever it is to pay the money back.
Yeah.
And but you had to use that money. So they never did the work. All this stuff happened. And you know what they said? You're damaged now. They came back and assessed everybody and said, well, we know the scammers came and this and that, whatever, but all your properties, if you don't raise them, so now they want them to raise them. If you don't raise them, they're considered as condemned.
Yeah.
So they're considered condemned. So she didn't have to pay any of the money back. She got all the money. Her house is not condemned. There's nothing wrong with it except for a few things like that. So she just used the money and paid some guy to come and do some work. And these people in Florida that's another thing with Florida. And she's not originally from Florida. She's a Midwesterner. I told her, you're used to Midwestern people. Like my husband. They are hard workers and they are good for their word and what their money is, right? Not in Florida. If you get somebody that's coming from an outfit in Florida, they'll come and they'll do some work and then they'll tell you, we'll be back in 2 weeks to finish it.
Yeah, they're gypsies.
Yeah.
They're gypsies. Actual gypsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She found out. So then this other guy decided to help her. This black guy said that he'd help her. And then, you know what he did to her roof? Oh my God, I feel so bad for her. He came and fixed the roof we thought it was like with actual like stuff for the roof. He was grabbing like scavenging scraps like metal and gutters and siding. And he fixed her roof with siding. And so then that had to get all ripped off again, and he had to pay her back the money because she brought it to the town and all that stuff. But the town still was not releasing the permits.
Uh-huh.
And to this day, she still doesn't have it all fixed.
Hmm.
And this is Florida. And this is why I say about Ron DeSantis. They want to give him accolades all the time. He isn't what everybody thinks he is because some of this stuff has still not been taken care of for the people that live there.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
He's every day. We got so many damn rules and regulations. It's like Dan, he's 78 years old, but he's got his electrical contractors and a master electrician and everything. And they want him to have $10,000 in the bank to give him a permit for the county,
wow.
I mean, come on. That's healthy. he's slow. He
Yeah.
just sits down. Nobody wants to keep him on. That is slow old part.
Yeah. Well, I
And
don't know. I was surprised that she decided to
and he
put
goes
up
out
with it
there.
and stay there.
They either don't want to pull a permit or they want him to pull a permit, but he can't get. You know, so,
Oh, she went so many times crying over there, yelling at them, saying, like, how can you not, how can you be that behind on the permits?
yeah.
You can't be that behind on the permits. It's been 2 years. You still behind on the permits? You still can't find them?
Uh,
So I just told her, I have friends that are contractors here, and they all said the same thing. I said, they're all saying the same thing. Just go pay somebody, get the work done yourself, and don't say nothing and just get it done.
well, yeah, but then the people are learning that if you don't get a permit, you do it, then they don't have to pay you.
Oh, yeah, there's that
And
too. Yeah.
people scamming the workers now.
Yeah, now that's going on too.
Yeah,
See, they weren't getting away with that because that one guy tried to scam with putting all the siding, aluminum siding on the, the roof. I go, how did you not see that? So you know what she does now? She's hilarious. She goes up on. There's a whole big blue ass tarp on her roof. The whole roof's tarped. Oh, with these big tarps, like heavy duty tarps, are up there now. They're still up there, and she'll go
yeah,
up on a ladder and go up there, and she chucks them all up for herself. She goes herself. She goes herself up there and does it.
yeah,
Thank God she's in good shape.
yeah.
I'm like, you won't
Well,
catch me going on the roof.
that makes her a target too.
Yeah, well, the blue roof.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that might save her house. I said you might be just as well having a blue roof on it because if the fire comes, it won't touch your
that's
house.
right. Yeah, they got the lasers.
Keep the blue tarp on there.
Yeah, keep it on there.
You don't know in case they come and try to get rid of the rest of the beach.
Yeah,
Horrible. So like all these businesses closed up and moved away, or they're in different areas. And they said it's just not like the same anymore over there. And she's still dealing with this. She said she's not getting rid of it yet because she finally met a new guy, so she's I guess sticking around still for a while. And she's like, it's hard to find people because our age, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that she's happy and somebody that likes to go to church. And she's been through the mill, just
um,
bad breaks with guys, and it's Florida. You
yeah,
know, it's Florida. I told her that you're gonna meet all kinds of characters.
yeah, yeah. Everywhere.
She could write a book. I told her because her stories are just hilarious.
Did
And
John go to sleep on us?
you know what? Probably because I could hear you. Shari's still
I,
here.
yeah,
Shari's up.
I got to get off here. I got to. Yeah, I don't have no toothpick for my eyelids.
Yeah, it was good talking. At least we got something accomplished, and
Yeah,
hopefully, maybe somebody contacts him and wants to figure this out. Wait, what did Shari just say? Finish the job.
yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah, I see you, Shari. I see what you said. That was good. Yeah, but hopefully, like somebody wants to work something out or whatever. I hate to see that happen with anybody
right?
or anyone in the group, again, I don't want to say that that's everybody like that because they're not. There's a lot of good people. So, and made a lot of different friends through there. But again, like, when I say friends, these are people that I've met and I don't know as well yet. And I mean, I know you guys better than probably some of them because I talk with you guys all the time.
Yeah,
And no, we don't really talk like that except at events. So I'm hoping that maybe more people come forward or see compassion or and find a way to everybody just can't we all just get along?
right.
Can't we all just get along? I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen though.
We need to get the negativity out of it.
A what?
The negativity.
Yeah, take that part out of it. Like,
Yeah,
right, just get to sit down and get to know the person,
yeah.
get to understand the person.
That's what I told him earlier. Don't call names. Just be civil.
Yeah, just just sit down and have a conversation,
Yeah,
and everybody can admit Nobody's perfect. Told Sean that too. You know, we all can admit things, even if we don't feel we're at fault. It's always good to apologize, try to move forward, and get on the right step of things. And you know, people can heal, and that takes a bigger person to do that, though.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that happens. If
Yeah.
if we're small minded or not.
Good
And
night, Sherry, and good
good
night.
night, Shari. She
Love
said
you,
good night,
Sherry.
Sean. Yeah, Sean's snoring, I think. I don't know. I don't hear him at all.
Probably he'll wake up and say, "Where did I go?"
What
No,
he's like, what the
Sean is
heck?
not snoring. Sean's awake. Sean's listening to you guys. This is the whole conversation.
Oh, okay.
Sean. Shaun of the Dead.
Sean.
What was that movie? Shaun of the Dead? Sean's
Sean is
back.
good.
Good night, Cherubel. I'm just listening to these two talking about everything here.
Yeah. Well, good
Yeah.
night, Sean. You have a good night.
Good night,
We'll
Shari.
we'll see y'all later. Oh,
Good
I'm
night,
not.
Carrie. Good night, Carrie.
How
Good
about
night.
Carrie? You trying to leave too?
Sherry, are you staying or are you going?
I think everybody's leaving now.
I don't know. She said she had someone paint her house and wanted to read that. Wait, ruined her siding, made a deposit, and he came. That's exactly what happened to her, Shari. That's exactly what happened to her, my friend Carrie. That's exactly what happened to her with the deposit. The same thing. Yep. All right, Shari, you have a good night if you're going to bed. See y'all later.
All right. Well, good night, everybody. All right,
Good
bye.
night. Good night, John Boy.
They say stay up with Carrie until 5. Carrie's gone.
Yeah, he went.
Yes, I watched it to 5, but Carrie's gone already.
Yeah,
Not,
yeah.
nobody wants to stay up with me.
Uh, well, everybody's off now, so we might as well go.